Uh-oh.
I'm an excellent interviewer.
Hi everyone, Paul ISM. Welcome to Friday night live at the bench show. So it's our usual Friday show. No special celebration tonight. No funny anecdotes or people coming down in lifts and what have you. Just a standard show. So we've got our usual show. We've got Bret tonight, one of our own, being interviewed by another one of our own, Les. So that should be an interesting interview. We've got the usual giveaways. We've got from emodels.co.uk, we've got the ICM MiG 148 MiG-25 reconnaissance. And a 112th Hasegawa RS, and I have to look away because it's up there, RS250RW, very kindly donated by Peter at eModels. I don't have them to hand. They are in the post on the way to me, but Tim has pictures of them. I'll have a little look in a bit. And of course, from myself and Lee, we have the usual UMP Goodie Bag. Yay, one of these to give away. Pack of sanders, pick up pencils, some stickers, some sweets, etc., etc. to give away. So all you got to do to win them, follow the show. When we say put a number in the chat, pick a number 1 to 1,000, do a live random number generator, and the person close to it wins. It's as simple as that. Like I said, we've got Bret's interview from Les tonight. We've got the usual Tim's latest kit, so we'll be having a look at all the latest releases this week. We've got Dan looking at all your work on the Facebook page of the forum. Any questions off you guys in the chat, and any we'll have a look at what we've been working on, what we've been buying, and some new releases from UMP as well. Shock, I already mentioned UMP. So stick around, should be an interesting night. Looking forward to Les's interview with Bret, as always. Les is quite interesting with his questions, isn't he, Bret? He certainly he can push the envelope a little bit. Myself. I'll be worried.
He scares me.
Yeah, he does me, but I'm just glad you interviewed me because you're a lot more sensible. But it'll be interesting for sure. Right, so while Bret's there, are you all ready, Bret?
I'm here.
Yeah. You got a bit of internet issue today, haven't you, at home?
Yeah, there's somebody cut the fiber optic, and so I'm interneting from work.
Well, at least you're here. At least you're here.
Yes.
Made an effort to get.
As soon as I get my laptop running, I'm going to switch over to that. The camera's better.
No problem, buddy. Excellent. Are you all prepped for your probing from Les?
I have. I've been rehearsing all week.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. I'm sure it would be too rough of you. Excellent. Nice one, Bret. Ah, we got Dan. Mr. Dan. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes, very tired again.
Oh, we've got a Muppet t-shirt. Let's see that t-shirt. Look at that. Les, look at that.
Especially for Les, which way am I going on?
That is awesome.
Go up a bit, There's Animal. What we got at the bottom? Who's that? Oh, it's a chef. It's
yeah, especially for Les, this t-shirt tonight.
Very nice, Dan. Nice.
And no hat as well. I am hatless.
Oh, he's got Muppet hair as well.
Oh.
Hey, I've had a grown-up hairdo. I'll have you know.
Yeah.
My missus held my hand and everything.
Oh. Who held the bowl?
Hang on.
How are you, mate? You okay?
Just have a sip of tea. Hang on, my hands ain't wet.
Oh, look at that. Tastes like the winning.
Been very busy again, and yes, I'm looking forward to the weekend off.
Excellent. Excellent, mate. Busy on the Facebook page and forum?
Yes. Yeah.
Probably
still get it in one, though, but yeah, forum's picked up a bit, actually.
Good. Excellent. It's about time.
Yeah, it is about time, peoples.
Oh, we've got two Brets. It's showing off now. Oh.
I'll interview both of them.
There we go. We've got two views. Excellent. Nice one, Dan. Nice one, buddy.
No problemo.
We've got the original crack whore.
Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear. Oh, that has got company today.
These are some of my personalities.
The cock one in the middle's right.
You know.
Yeah. How are you, Les?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself? Oh, wait here. I got to pull it down. Need to get something to drink.
Oh, nice.
Doing good though.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's not overly hot. We're starting to head towards that fall weather. Actually, here in Colorado, we're getting a lot of the smoke from the forest fires that are actually up north and northwest in the United States. So we've had these really hazy days with really orange sunrises and sunsets. So not as bad of the smoke as Bret had earlier in the week when it was like fog up there.
Yeah, it was really bad up here, but it rained last night, so it cleared out nicely.
Good. Yeah, it's supposed to be the last day for us here, so we'll see.
Excellent. John. John.
Oh.
I'm coming. There we go.
Get it on, dude.
Righty-ho, will do.
We get fit. We're not ready for it yet. We can keep camera on. You all ready with questions for Bret?
I have one or two.
Hey, Bret. Oh, there's a phone call. Hello.
Oh.
I just disconnected it. We're good.
Oh.
I got my door locked.
Yeah. Excellent. So look forward to your interview now.
Me too.
So, what you got growing in the back there in the tubs?
Well, those are special.
Are they empty? You know what?
Brownie recipes, and those watching can take note and comment.
Are they empty Sudafed packages?
Oh well, you know. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
I was going to say we can get in trouble here.
No, couldn't resist.
All right. Are we ready, John?
No, it's not to John, it's Sam. We're just keeping the camera on him.
Oh.
Hello, Sam.
Hey. Hello, Paul. How are you, man?
How are you? Not bad.
Good, man.
Yeah. Good.
Happy days.
Had an interesting week.
Nice and quiet after last week.
Yeah. Lad's wedding.
Quietness from after the wedding, which is just fantastic. Peace and quiet. Nobody knocked the front door to come in. Well, the number not, but just walk in.
Just walk in.
Yeah. Like a drop-in centre this place.
Yeah. So I'll get back to normality and a bit of modelling. I know you've been busy today.
Busy today. Had a busy, very early morning. But no, it's been a good day.
Cool.
Can't complain.
Excellent, mate. Brilliant, Sam.
Okay,
Awesome. And we got John.
Hello there.
Just,
How the devil are you?
yeah, had a good day.
Yeah, not too bad. Fairly busy. Had a job interview earlier, so
Yeah, good luck with that.
it's all slicked back and shaven.
What about, no, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, thanks for joining us again, as always. Good to have you on.
Good to be here.
And can't have anything else to say.
Well, this is the thing, isn't it? We hang out most of the weeks.
Hi! Again. There's nothing interesting to say.
Hola!
Yeah, that's it. Nice one, John. Let's move on to Timbo. Oh, you been in the sun, Tim?
No. Face is feeling a bit raw today.
What's it? Look like a panda.
That's a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, what have you been doing?
That's his panda eye syndrome.
I don't know. I noticed that earlier. I thought, oh dear.
Oh.
Obviously must have been working too hard or something.
How
funny is that?
How's the kit section doing? All right, have we got a lot?
Yeah, we've got lots. We've got 50 slides on there, so I'm sure we could probably make do with 2 on that.
Okay, cool. Excellent. And we got a bit of an announcement about next week, haven't we, as well?
Yes, we can do.
Just a little bit. We'll do that a little bit later on.
Yes.
Nothing major. Just there might be another little auction next week.
Yeah.
There are plans afoot. We'll find out. That's it. A busy day?
Yeah, quite busy today. Doing one big stereo on a little car. Just too much to do in one day. So we got it done. So that was all good.
Yeah. Cool.
So good day.
Excellent. So there we go. Right, okie dokie. So there you go. Everyone's had a busy week. Hope you guys had a busy week watching as well. As always, if you've got anything to ask, pop in and put a question mark in front of it. We'll get to it as and when we can. That's it. If you need a tape gun going, that's Hannah busy at work. She's probably in the chat in a minute. She's packing all your UMP orders as we speak. And that's it. So what I think we'll do is we'll read the chat, catch up on that. We'll do a giveaway, and then we will We'll go straight into it with Bret, I think. Might as well start off and get that done.
Get the pain out of the way.
Chat with me, Les.
Sure. I can do that.
Hang on. There we go. Oh, hang on. Chat stopped.
What?
There we go. Got it. Right. Size in the chat. John's there. Starting 5. Tony's there. I'll just put him third for second. John Hayes. Jan Hayes there. Hi, guys. Hey, Jan.
Hey, what's happening?
John.
Phillips there. Sergeant Bones. Will says, hey, everyone. Hello. Joseph started getting 2 thumbs downs already. Oh, no.
Oh, bless him.
Well,
He says, hi, Andy's there saying, even all, happy Friday. Guy Max saying, get on with it. Brian's there saying, been a while since I watched the live show. May as well have the song by Tidy the Man Cave. Yeah, you might as well.
No.
As well. Carl's there making models. Hello.
Hello.
Norman D said, good evening, fellow sprue fiddlers. Good evening to the crew. Here's another great live show. Excellent. Yeah. Hannah's there. Hello, Hannah. She says hi.
Hello, Hannah.
hello.
James Buckingham says, good morning, guys. Morning, James.
Hello.
Oh, Michael McBride's there. Hello, folks.
Hello.
Happy meals. Challenger scale models, even chaps. That's Adam. Hello, Adam. The Slepstra's there, in the evening all. Craig Peterson. Hello. Says hi, everyone.
Hey, Craig.
Hello, Craig.
Wasn't me.
A few people have got the sound down expecting some noise. I don't know what you mean. Jamie Darter, Jock Modern saying hello, everyone. Hello.
Hi, Jimmy.
Rusty Warriors there, saying evening chaps and chapesses. Matthew Bertle saying 2 thumbs down, the show ain't on. They're enjoying themselves. Tim Anderson says hello, everyone.
Hello.
Andrew Haycock says, and evening all. Hello. Model Motorsports there saying hola.
Hello.
Paul Chaplin, evening all.
Yeah, Paul.
Risdom Design saying hello.
Hi, Josh.
Oh, Michael McBride's cat giving him some grief.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Yeah, someone else had trouble today with a fake incident on their car.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, an incident on their car.
Oh, that was
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Gaz Wilcox says good evening to you all. Hello. Model Officer James Skiffins. Morning, good day or evening to one all. How is everyone? Bomb 187. Hello, everyone. Richard Blonde's there saying hi all. Who said that? Where's Brett? John Stone there saying greetings from Germany, Sprue Stranglers. Panda Models of Pants. They are.
Yep, they're an offshoot of Kitty Hawk.
Yeah. Nexus says hello, Plastic Modeler. Oh, just one.
That one.
Greeting. Paul Green says, good evening all. Hey, Paul. Tabasco. There's Jeff saying hello to everybody. Hello, buddy.
Hello.
RC Fan Lyle saying hello, one all. Everyone's doing well. John M.W.'s there saying hi, guys. Joe's Mother Kid saying hello to everyone. Hope you're all well. Bernard Peter says greetings from Holland. Ashley Sanford should be working, but instead I'm watching this. Don't blame me.
Oh.
Simon Kemp Models says good evening, Joe, and how are you? Oh, Joe's fine.
He's fine.
Not the rest of them. Stan Lee says hello, everyone. Look out, Spider-Man.
No.
Bet he gets sick of hearing it. Got Martin's there saying good evening to all. John's in there saying hello to everyone. Mark Scale Model saying hey everybody. The Rohala's there saying greetings on this roughly sanded and glued together evening. Bob Spuddy's there saying good morning, good evening, good nights.
Hello.
Nors is there says what's cooking? Nothing. Bollocky Buff says good evening all. Chris Henson says evening all. I'm absolutely tipping it down. Kendall. Do you want to go, Les?
The Zen BMX says good evening everyone. So what's happening there is Zen. We've got Frankie Goes to Hobbywood. Good evening.
Oh, they carried on with the news there.
Yeah. Raphael from Brazil says hello. Hi.
Hello.
Oh, dear. We've got Tommy.
Hey, Tommy.
Hi from Southern Cal. Apparently, Saturn 5 Tony has sent me a PM on ISM. I'll have to look later. Dutch Scale Model says good evening all.
Oh, hello.
Stuart Scale Model's in there. He says evening all. Unfortunately, I'd be put back out. So not much modeling done. Hope it won't keep me from Brinch too long. Yeah, hopefully your back's better soon, buddy.
Yep.
Jeff Angus is there saying evening, guys. Looking forward to a fab show with the usual banter.
Yep.
We got Coops in there. He says greetings from West Oz. We've got Simon Camp Models saying, good evening, guys. Hope everyone is well. Looking forward to a fun-filled show. Let's see here. Cam says, evening, everyone. Hope you're well.
Hey, Cam.
Mark Rose says, hi, guys. Mr. Gav's in there with evening, everyone. Joe, the Mind Dancer, says, good day, gentlemen. I'm a fan of you all. Ooh. Right. Let's see here. Model Officer is shaving the Muppet tonight. Ooh, hello. Steve says, hello, all plastic fanatics from Southport. We've got Anthony Mitchell in there. He says, evenings all. Tim Edwards in there. Evening, ladies. What's happening, Tim? Yeah, Joe's saying that he loves what we're doing. He's learned a lot. That's excellent. Yes. A lot of great videos on the channel here you can take a look at. A lot of great video output, not only from guys in here, but also out there in the audience. So, Joe, make sure you subscribe to some of these folks' channels. And you can do that by clicking over to the right where the 3 dots are at and going from there. We got, Yan saying hello again. What's happening, Yan? How's life in Canada? Oh, Dave Price retracted his message. Black 73 Cat says, good evening from Sherwood Forest. Apparently something scary about Mr. Gav. Oh, it was, those are those barn animals. Brighton Paul says, evening, guys. Hope everyone is well.
Hey, Paul.
Let's see here. Steve says, normal vision resumed this week is due to pain injection. Could only see through left eye last week. Ow.
Damn.
Yeah, no fun. Steve's in there. Scale model kit review. Evening, everyone. What's happening, dude?
Hey, Steve.
Dave Price says, good evening from the Garden of England. Scott Paul says, hi, guys. DeAndrea says, is it Friday already? Like it matters to you. Get back to work. Risedom Design says, I live in Oregon. The smoke has been really bad here. I bet it has. Need some rain in a lot of parts of the country, don't we? A lot of people saying hi to each other. 381st Model Group Heavy Neil says, Heavy Neil F, I'm sorry. Hi all, Friday Night Live. I love it. The wife hates it. Don't make me choose love. Do not make me choose. Plimpton says, hi guys. This time I am able to catch you live. Matt House says, hi all. Have a good weekend. And if you're ready to take over, go for it. Or don't.
Well,
Ed Johnson says, good evening, guys. Hope you're well.
I was reading something. I had to take over. I was like, what?
What? Who? Jeff Jeff says,
Oh,
hello.
I'll carry on for it. I'll carry on.
All right.
Gifter says hello all. Mr. Lost Model Making says evening guys. Billy Buchan's there saying hello to you all. Tony Otter Cuscio says hello everyone. It's Friday. I never got that right. I might have.
No.
I think you did.
Simon says Scam all the Jedi saying good evening everyone. If you're all well. Scott says Scurry saying hello all. Hope all is well. Next is for a rabbit in there.
Rabbit.
Aaron's there saying hello everyone. The weekend is here indeed. Mark Rose says Blinky Missy. Yep. Oh, I skipped. I can get back. Eventually.
Sometime. You can start with Hannah.
There we go. Got it. Hannah says she's already here. Sorry about the noise. Someone's has to work. Oh dear. Andreas is Boosie. Oh, there's no spot on apparently. Damn.
Boise.
Yeah. Kevin Neal saying hi all. Bob M says hey all.
Hello.
Adam smoking Spitfire just bought a 262. Playing his airbrush. Yeah, Jan's building some models with his young guy, watching ISM.
Awesome.
Kieran's there says hello. How did you get into the live chat? Well, you're in the live chat now, but you don't get on the show because these are guys I know and trust because obviously they're live, so we've got to be careful to have on.
Did you miss Keith?
No, I said that, Kieran.
Okay, sorry.
You say Kieran. Yeah, it has been a while. Catch you on Dock Me Laughs, and now I can get building tonight. Excellent. I'm just knocking your paint over.
Well.
Yep.
I had my mug.
Black Sheep Model Works, howdy. There's Howard saying hello. Hello. Station's there.
You missed Ray Aquilina. Says hello guys. Ray from IPMS.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't see you, Ray. Skip past you. Yeah, James there, Skullfish saying hello all, Paul Green.
Hello.
Mar lived in Florina. No idea what that is. Scale model, sorry, Shadowhand Scale Models, John. So good evening, Sapien follows. Ooh. Johnny Blythe is morning from Brisbane, one and all.
Oh, hang on, Commerce Couple.
Choo choo. What else we got? Craig's there saying good afternoon, folks. Hate to sound like a petulant child, but any updates on the FX 148 scale Mustang? I don't know. It's out? No, I've no idea.
Oh, it's out. Hang on. I'll double check. I thought okay.
No idea. Lee Barlow says, hello, my friends. Jerry D's there. Hello from Michigan. Hope he's having a great week indeed. Scale Model Jedi's got a new video out in an hour or so. Excellent. Mr. Lost Model Maker says, first time probably watching the stream. I have to say, the accent makes me feel like I'm watching an American game show. This is excellent, mate. It's not trouble with my accent, to take it. Dutch Scale Models wants to confirm the Rebel 132 P51D will come out. No idea.
Yeah, that Airfix kit's on pre-order still, £20.99.
Simon's reviews on a book. Nice. It's Steve. Yeah, Steve Harrison thought to go out to all stuck in Florida. Indeed. Hope everybody's safe.
Yeah, and in Mexico as well at the moment.
Yeah. Boris is there saying hi all. Lice is there. Sweet, made it. What's up, dudes? Hey, Lice. Hey, Jason. Yeah, Adam's got it the weekend. Jody's there. How's it coming from Costa Rica? Nice. Mark says, wake, Paul. Hey, I'm awake. I'm just watching. I was reading the comments in the chat, like, huh? Because I have this open, the iPad's there, the phone's there, everything's next to me. I get distracted by you lot talking. Keeping an eye on the live chat. Everyone still there?
Yep.
Two kids in your sleep, Scott says. So shh, everyone are working. Skiving. We got what we got. I've got a chat between you lot. I skipped again. Bloody chatting on that. Yep, everyone saying hello to Scott. Greg's there saying hello from sunny Newcastle upon Tyne. Hello.
Hello.
Craig's there. Well, it's afternoon here. Yeah, on the east coast of the States. Fantastic. Matt Baker's there, evening, folks. Finally moved into one-to-one scale new house.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're watching on Wi-Fi at last. Excellent.
Probably a lot roomier than that 112 house you were living in earlier.
Where we go? There we are. Stuart said, Blackfire Hobbies and Gaming, evening all.
Hey, what's happening, Stuart?
Bob says about the M10 Tank Destroyer. Which one? There's a few of them, Bob.
Guessing probably the Tamiya one. I haven't.
Ian says, evening chaps at work doing very little. Excellent. We're all caught up.
Excellent.
So, I think we'll do a giveaway. Tim, you got a picture for me there?
Which one would you like a picture of?
Let's go with the plane.
Lane.
So we're going to give away the ICM 148 MiG 25. It's a recon version. Don't think it's long out, is it? A couple of months?
No, not.
There she is. Yeah, Carly donated to us by emodels.co.uk. And then over there, look at their website. It's a cracking website. Loads and loads of stuff on there. Loads and loads of kits. So that's our first prize. So all you got to do to win that, very, very easy. You wait till you see Les. Stay in the comments. Start numbers now. So if you don't see that in the comments, don't post a number because it hasn't started yet. When he does that, you guys pick a number 1 to 1,000. After 5 minutes, we close it. We do a live random number generator, and the closest person to the number wins the kit. It is that simple. Very, very easy. And hopefully nobody will jump the gun tonight. So, Les.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Numbers start now.
I'll stay at the top.
Oh, we got a safe start. Look at that. There we go. Tamiya M10. Anyone in the chat built the Tamiya M10 yet? It's a new one, man, isn't it?
We've got 172 watching now with 52 thumbs up and 5 thumbs down. So we say hello to everybody that we haven't said hello to that's in that number there. And remember to leave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And after the show's over and it's posted up on the page, make sure you leave a comment. Let us know why you gave us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Maybe.
Exactly. And that's it. So, yeah, we've still got that beautiful Hasegawa RS250 Honda's giveaway. It's a nice car. I've got it myself. And the UMP Goodie Bag, so stick around. We've got Bret's interview, which will come in very soon, in fact, after this. So you got any questions for Bret? Post them in the chat through the interview. Tim will make a note of them. We'll read them out at the end and we're all done.
There you go.
We've still got the 2 giveaways to do. We've got Tim's latest kits. Dan, looking at all your work on Facebook page, what we've been buying, what we've been working on, and a bit of chit-chat with you guys as well. So, as always, a busy night.
Busy, busy, busy.
Night.
Busy. Very busy. I'm an excellent competition host.
Burger.
Uh-oh.
Trying to remember, I think I might have built an AFV Club M10 last year or the year before. In which case, I would say go for the Tamiya.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's one of those kits that I enjoy building.
Yeah.
So lots and lots of very fiddly small sub-assemblies.
Some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
You got 3 minutes, peeps. You haven't picked a number yet. Pop it in the chat. One number only. If you got no sound of video, you need to refresh.
refresh. Hit that live button. Go over to that picture and hit that live button.
Hit the live button. Hit it. Hit it good.
Hit it real good.
Hit it real good. Actually, what we'll do very quickly before we go to Bret's, I'll show you those new UMP products.
Yeah.
Yay, new UMP.
In fact, I'll do it now.
Oh my God! Don't do it. It's a trap.
It is, isn't it? Right. So very quickly, there's a few new products. You remember a while back we got in those, I can never say the word, Shuji Borodo files. These are these beautiful, beautiful precision files. They're very, very nice. We got the flat one in, which I have in my drawer next to me somewhere. We can find it quickly. There they are. There's two of them. So we had the ultrafine one in, which we've had for a while. That ran out of stock. They're back in stock now, along with 4 new ones. Keep an eye on the time. We've got just under 2 minutes. So we have different shapes now. We've got a half moon, a round, a triangle, and a square shape flatter one as well. There is actually a square one due, but we haven't got them yet. They will be in soon. Now they retail at $17.29 each. They're not cheap, but they're a very, very precise tool. They're absolutely beautiful to use. Very, very precise. So if you need to get right in there, that'll do the job. So they're $17.29 each. The square one, that one is actually $19.29 because it's a little bit bigger, but it's very small, thin. Or we do the whole set of all 6 for £94.99. So you save about £10 buying them all. So they're not cheap, but good tools aren't cheap, and they are very, very good. And this as well. I know Bret's had this for a while. I've used it before as well. And it's the High-Q carving tape. So this is rescribing. So this is where you go to rescribe panel lines, etc., etc. It's a self-adhesive tape on a roll. There's loads of it on there as well. I'm going to guess that's 30 meters. I don't know. What do you reckon, Bret? Probably is about that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's long. It lasts a long time, and it sticks better than the dyno tape.
Yeah, it does. And there's a lot more on there, so it's a lot better value as well. So
Yeah,
the 3
it's a lot
mil
better
one's
value.
$4.99. Yeah, 3 mil one's $4.99. The 6 mil is $5.49. Or we do them as a pack for $9.99 as well. It's great stuff. It's a bit thinner than Dymo as well, so contours around shapes a bit better. And it does work very, very well. I've tried it before, and it's nice to actually stock this now. So if you want this, head on to upretail.com, have a look, and see what you think. And are you ready, Les? Because we've got 3, 2, 1. Stop it.
Numbers, stop now.
It's good you got that, Paul, because that was really hard to get.
It is. The only place I got mine from, I think it was the Far East. I had to get it from.
Yeah, I had to get mine from Japan.
Yeah, I know Matthew Bowles started stocking it at Hobby World USA. But yeah, it's nice to have it. It's good stuff. It is really, really good. So probably do a review of those at some point and stick them on the channel. But if anyone's used Dymo tape, it's good, but it's really thick. So you can get it over one curve, but you'll never get it back down up over another because it'll just peel itself back off. This stuff will go round. It's really, really good. And the files, I know they're not cheap. I know they're not. Even I can't have them all because it takes so much money out of UMP stock. So I picked the Half Moon to have. So there's the flat one. It's ultra, ultra thin. Beautiful. That's where Sanders can't get in, and the Half Moon one is a very, very nice. Tape is right down to a fine point, and they are good. I'm a sucker for tools. Hey, that's why I like these lot. And the height's really, really good quality. So heading over, not going to a massive amount of each one because they're not cheap tools to buy. But they're there, and that's it. Head over to UMP Retail, have a good look. All the Azu Azu style tape is back in stock now as well. All the different sizes are back. And that's it. All these stocked Apexes are in stock. All the UMP primers in stock. So if you want any, head on over. And like I said last week, Badger's changed the colour of the red-brown primer. It's no longer that colour anymore. It's a lot darker. So they completely stopped making that now. We've got a few of those red-browns left. I'm going to stockpile some Lears as well. So if you want some, make the most of it because once it's gone that colour, it's gone. And it's great for armour. It's a real shame to stop doing it. But hey, that's what they want to do. So that's their prerogative.
Yeah, fortunately, I got a really big bottle of it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good colour. It really is a nice colour. The yellow's changed slightly. The yellow's gone a bit darker. I think the yellow's a bit better actually now. But anyway, there we go. Shameless UMP plug. How dare he? How dare he? Oh. Right, so there you go. Camera's on Brett. I'm going to hand you over to Les. So
we got to come up with a winning number on our deal.
Yeah, can we choose a winner first?
That is a damn good point. Isn't it? Yeah, you should have got too carried away. Brett distracted me.
I'm sorry.
How
remember in the meeting, Paul, we decided we're actually going to give the stuff away.
I thought I was going to keep it.
Oh.
Quite like it. There we go.
Random.org.
So, thanks to Les, I remembered. Right, so, hopefully we haven't lost too much. Oh, Stuart's 181. You're a bit late, Stuart. A bit late. Oh, no, hang on. I won't be out. No, hang on. Just still putting numbers in, but anyway, never mind. For that lovely ICM 148 MiG-25, we're going to draw the number once and once only. If two people have got the same number, the first person who picked it wins. That's just how we do it. And as always, if you think there is one, please don't shout to that. These guys will check, double check. Once you know the winner, Les will announce it. And that's that. So the winner number 4, the MiG-25 kit is 514.
514.
514. Indeed, yeah, you're a bit laggy there, buddy. You're a bit laggy. I'm just going to get the random number generator queued up for later. There we are. I'll put it back on my ugly mug. Okay. So we'll just quick go these comments, make sure. Cam's there saying the high key tape is really good and difficult to hold up. Highly recommended. Yeah, we've got it now, so if you need it, go and grab it. Oh, damn. Scott screwed up his Roman numerals. Damn. Oh, no. What is it? Hannah says she loves a new product. We do, don't we? Tape looks interesting. It's really good. David says, Smooth Dreams. What's up, guys? Hello, Dave. Well, working on 132 models, what would be a good size for a line engraver? 0.1. No, I think you find that a bit thin. I'll probably go about 0. Don't just use one, you see, use a couple. I go like 0.3 to start with, probably. Let's see. When it comes to you get what you pay for, indeed. We got some weird feedback somewhere. Where's it come from? Mr. return for his first trip to a Games Workshop store. No, right, yeah, we have got some weird feedback.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mute myself, see if it's me real quick.
Okay, doke. Well done. Raise this in. Hi, Paul. Hello. Maybe talk to me or somebody else. And then we'll go through and chat. Just waiting for these guys now. Paul, I finally got to the UPS store to pick up the Sherman and stuff. Excellent. Good, mate. Nice set, though, isn't it? Nice kit. I'll keep you busy, matey. I'll keep you busy. Your other one's on the way as well, mate. It really is. Is it Bret echoing? I don't know, Michael. I doubt it because he's muted. I got a feeling it must be Les. You want to give it a refresh, Les, before the interview? It is, yeah. It's a lovely set of Howard. I'm not going to lie. Held on staff for a while, but yeah, it was a reluctant sale, but I've gone to a good home, that's for sure. Uh-oh. You reckon?
That one. Sorry. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Didn't see
I think
that.
Tim's highly confused.
I didn't see that number. Silly me.
Ooh, Adam says fingers crossed he's making his first YouTube vid this week. Excellent.
Yeah, good luck, Adam. Look forward to watching that.
Yeah, that'd be a good size to go for Dutch scale models. Dutch scale models, what's your name again, buddy? I've forgotten. You did tell us, and I've completely forgotten.
Didn't see that.
Well, do you to start with 0.3 and 0.2? Yep. Okay, so let's get some agreement there, the winner. What?
I don't know.
Down here, rain now.
Les is being weird.
Got the same name as, yeah, Les, Dan, yeah, all of you. Gigi agrees.
Okay, here, let me write this down because we do have a winner. I'm going to write his name down real quick.
Quickly, HC Bond says hello all. Hope everyone's doing well. And Kellen says hi, Paul, and everyone. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay, we do have a winner. On random.org, we drew the number of 514, and the closest number that we were able to come up with was 538, and that will be Matt Baker. So, Matt.
Ah,
Love that.
Well done, Matt. Yeah, well done. Get your name and address, me, buddy, either on the Facebook page and forum, and I will get on the post face. So, well done. Congratulations.
Nice kit to win.
Lovely kit. Very, very nice. Right, so, that feedback's still there.
Yeah.
Is it? Let me try to refresh real quick.
Go on, give it a refresh.
fresh as well, just in case it's been.
Okay, right,
I can hear it.
now, Brett.
I'm ready. I'm just waiting for them to figure out the feedback.
Yeah. Get it all sorted. It's absolutely hammering it down with rain here. Dan.
Oh,
Okay, there you go, Dan.
Who's that? What?
Dutch scale model's called Dan.
Ah,
That could get confusing.
that could get very confusing.
Chris Liga says even and all, and well done, Matt. There you go, well done.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Testicles.
All good?
Might be.
Okay.
We'll find out in a bit.
All right.
Excellent. There you go. Right, over to you, Les. Like I say, guys, you got any questions for Brett? Try and keep them fairly sensible. Pop them in the chat, put a question mark in front of it, and Tim will write them down and get them later on. So, good luck, Brett.
Thanks. This is going to be interesting.
And over to you, Les.
All righty.
I
Hello.
can't see Les. Hi, Les.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. That's all the questions I had. So,
Okay. Let's move on then.
okay. Actually, we'll start out our interview like you like to start out all the interviews. And when was it that you first got into scale modeling?
I believe I was 7 or 8. My dad was building a Honda motorcycle kit. And I was just watching him and it got really fun. So he bought me a 72nd monogram Phantom.
Wow, very nice. Very nice.
And I've been into it ever since.
Now, did you finish the kit?
I did. I finished it, flew it around like everybody else did. And then I bought a nice Nova and he spray painted it metallic blue for me.
Nice.
So that got me from being set into one type of model because I went from a plane right to a car.
Excellent.
So it was very nice. He was good that way. And then he taught me how to work on real cars too, but it wasn't as much fun as modeling.
It's a little more difficult. Huh?
It is a lot more.
Now, do you have that kit still, or has that gone the way of the highway?
It went somewhere. I modeled pretty much throughout my life up until I was, like 17 or 18. And I did keep them all, but a sad story, I got in a fight with my parents one day when I was about 14, and I had this beautiful Revell Enterprise aircraft carrier, and I threw it out my window and bounced it off the roof of my dad's 1940 Ford.
Oh dear.
And that was kind of the end of modeling for a while.
Was it? Okay. Okay.
As
So
you know,
when did you pick it back up then?
I picked it up in my early 20s before I really got involved in music. And then obviously I put it down because I was on the road with music for a long time. Then I picked it up again in my early 30s because I was off the road and it was a good distraction from my job. And then I put it down again because I had little kids, you know, babies were born. And then about 6 years ago, I started again full time.
Excellent. Excellent. You've been going steady ever since, I take it.
Yep, ever since about 6 years ago.
Nice.
Building up the stash.
Nice. Well, real quickly here, Bert, I'd like to see us move on towards when you started building and compared to today. What are some of the differences that you've noticed? Because, I mean, obviously you picked it up at different times and then put it down. So, I mean, it was like every decade you were touching on it.
Right.
How have you seen it change in those intervals?
Well, when I first started, you know, we had Revell, Monogram, AMT, MPC. That was about it. That was in the 70s. When I got into it in the 80s, I discovered Tamiya and Hasegawa, which was a whole new level of kits. But they were also twice as expensive.
Right.
So I stuck mainly with the Revell and the occasional Tamiya kit. And then when I put it down and got into it in the 90s, we started to get specialized tools like putties and washes and things like that. Then when I picked it up about 6 years ago, we had YouTube, and it was just a whole new level. You could learn from everybody. People were willing to teach you. There were tools for everything, washes and putties and 27 different kinds of paints. So in the 70s, we had testers and testers. That was it. And testers, tube glue. And then in the 80s, I started discovering, actually, Humbrol came to America in the 80s, which was weird because it was from the UK, not Japan. But it seemed like a good paint in the 80s. And then the 90s, Tamiya paint came along, and then I discovered Mr. Color in the last 6 years. So every decade, it seems like something new has come to the hobby and improved it.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, also, too, because you were able to touch on modeling at so many different times, through the years, have you found a particular, well, I guess I should start off with, is there a particular genre that you find yourself gravitating to, or or even another question would be, during those intervals when you would pop in, was there a particular genre you concentrated on, like, let's say, in your 20s, in your 30s? Did that change, or has it always been something where you've kind of just been all over the map?
Well, in the 80s, I was doing mostly aircraft. I hung around with a lot of guys I knew were the Air Force, so I was building a lot of World War II and a lot of modern jets. And then in the 90s, I really got into NASCAR, so I was building pretty much strictly NASCAR kits.
Okay.
Then when I got back into it, because I was learning so many different styles, I do cars, armor, and aircraft now, just depending on what mood I am. Because cars, you know, you want nice, clean, and shiny, so that's one style. Armor, you can make as nasty and dirty as you want, or keep it clean. And aircraft, again, the same way, but it's different than armor.
Right.
Different type of weathering.
Right. Okay. Now,
so yeah, it's
a couple of the genres that I noticed you hadn't mentioned was the sci-fi and figures. Is that something that you've ever touched on or had any interest, or no?
In the 80s, when I was doing the planes, I was also doing like Space 1999 Eagle. I did a couple Star Trek models. Of course, I did X-Wings and TIE Fighters, because Star Wars has always been big in my life since, you know, I was there at the beginning of Star Wars.
Right.
So I built all those kits. Figures, except for figures going with the kits, I haven't really got into figures yet. I just bought one a couple weeks ago when I was with you, because I do want to give it a try. And as far as sci-fi, I've been looking at getting a new big Enterprise kit, and I'm doing Star Wars still, of course. I want the new huge Millennium Falcon when it comes out.
Right. Well, it does seem
so
like
I do it. It's just not as much.
Right. Now, I noticed your builds that you've been doing, well, especially since we've known each other, you seem to do more aircraft than you do armor. So I'm taking it aircraft is probably maybe your favorite genre at the moment?
Yeah, I'll always have a thing for aircraft. There's just something about it, you know, man flying and everything aircraft has been used for. And, you know, you can build commercial and combat and private airliners where there's not a lot of private armor and commercial armor out there. You know, armor is pretty much just war. But with aircraft, you can build lots of different things. Plus, they've evolved so much. A tank pretty much looks like a tank from the 40s till now, just a lot more advanced. But an aircraft from the 40s till now looks a lot different.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, with the jet age and everything else, huh?
Yep, exactly.
It definitely makes sense. Now, what's your opinion on modeling things like bowls of fruit?
Well, I thought about bowls of fruit once, but the problem was it's so dry up here, they tend to dry out before I get them painted.
Gotcha. Well, that makes total sense. Now, speaking of your location, I mean, I know obviously now we've got the internet, so everything's completely accessible. And you and you'll come down to town, you know, once every couple of months, and we'll hit the local hobby stores that are down here in the Denver metro area. But when you were growing up, because you've always lived up in the mountains, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you were younger, before the internet, did you find it difficult? Were there places around that you had a selection of kits, or did you have to kind of wait till you came down to town to really do your shopping?
To get a good selection, I had to wait till we came in down. Fortunately, we had friends and family in town we could visit. There were a couple of small grocery stores and stuff that would carry kits.
Right.
You know, especially the old days of 70s, 80s, everybody used to carry model kits. So I could get a couple up here, but mainly it was driving to the big city and getting models and supplies there to last for the winter.
Gotcha. Well, so now obviously then the internet just really became a godsend for you. And I'm sure it's
Right.
that for a lot of people in the audience too, huh?
Yeah, because now it's just crazy. You can buy anything from anywhere in the world and have it shipped to your door, especially for us up here in the mountains where there still aren't any real stores. I can have kits sent from, you know, Paul in the UK in 5 or 6 days, or Lucky Models in Japan in 2 weeks, and I got every new kit there is.
Right.
And I still actually have some of my kits from the 70s. That's why my stash is so big, because I never got rid of any kits that were unbuilt. I just carried them with me wherever I went.
Right. Now that puts us into the area for the next questions here. You've had all these different time periods throughout your life where you've pretty much modeled on and off, and you have built up a collection. How big would you say your collection is now?
It's approaching 1,000 kits.
And that's
It's
huge.
getting pretty big. And now that I'm actually owning a hobby store, or owning a section of a hobby store in the hardware store I run, it's even worse because now I can get them at a discount.
Right. You can keep pace with everything that's coming out, huh?
Right, like this one over my shoulder here just came out, this mini art Russian truck with a kitchen thing attached. It just came out last week.
Yeah, nice.
So now I'm just getting it as it comes out.
Now, through the years, have you found a particular brand, you know, particular manufacturer that you prefer?
I don't know if I prefer. It's tough. I love Edard kits. I love Tamiya because it's so easy. They're all just different skill levels to me. You know, old Revell kits, like the JU52 that I just built, it's a relatively older kit in comparison to some things, and it went together great. The new Edward Spitfire and ME109 are amazing kits. ICM's upped their game with their aircraft kits. So to narrow down to just one manufacturer, I haven't really found one. There, you know, people say a lot of negative things about Kitty Hawk, but I haven't built one yet, so I can't. But I like the subject matter they're doing, so I'm gonna build them.
Excellent.
So yeah, narrowing down to just one manufacturer is tough for me.
Now, when it comes to the products outside of the kits themselves, is there a particular like company when it comes to like tools or things like glues or whatnot that you prefer? Because there is a huge...
Yeah, when I discovered Tamiya Extra Thin, that became my main glue. I love the stuff. However, it does dry really quick, so I use Tamiya's regular white top plus Plastic Magic or Deluxe Materials just came out, Plastic Magic, and that's kind of in between Tamiya's white top and extra thin, so I'm really enjoying it. UMP sanders are a great invention. I've been using those since they came out, and I've still got my original set because they just don't fall apart. UMP washes. Floyd makes great pigments, and I haven't found a better pigment yet. So not one particular thing, but if I find something that works, and I do try a lot of stuff, I'll pretty much stick with it.
Excellent. Excellent. Not so much the sanders and the washes and stuff, but with the glues, do you ever find family members get upset when you sniff too much of it?
No, because it makes me silly.
Okay. Yeah,
they like it. They like it when I'm silly.
Yeah,
you know?
like silly. It's usually a nice breaker on that one there.
You've got to figure that there's no oxygen where I live.
That's true.
So when you sniff glue up here,
right?
When you sniff glue up here, it's just a whole nother level.
Excellent. See, and they said we needed brownies.
Not up here.
So when we're talking about kits, I mean, because obviously you collect just about everything you can get your hands on.
Right.
Are there certain kits that you've got in your stash right now that are like upcoming projects that people will see? I mean, that you're really just chomping at the bit to get at?
Yes, the SU-34, the big Hobby Boss one. Once I get caught up on all the current builds, I think I'm going to start that. It's a big monster of a kit, and I want to build it. And the Kitty Hawk SU-35 that just came out, I want to try that. Then there are some older car kits. I finally got my hands on some classic AMT 72 Camaros and Firebird kits.
Nice.
That are in the collector's market. They're really valuable. I just want to build them because I've never been able to build them, and I finally got them and purchased them, and they weren't cheap, but you know, I want to build them.
Okay, no, that's all good. That's all good for sure. Now, speaking of cars, I mean, obviously, here in the States, our selection, we had a lot of cars through the years that we've had options to purchase and build. But recently we did the memorial build for poor Sam. And I was wondering.
It was sad.
It was sad. And I'm still wearing my armband. But you know, building a, because you did a Porsche. And
yes, almost done with it.
What did you think? Because as an American, I mean, a lot of times, a lot of American builders won't they're not in the market for those kind of things. They want the muscle cars and everything else. What'd you think?
It was an old reboxed Revell kit that was loaded with flash. But the car itself, for me, it was interesting because I'm used to building muscle car engines because I love detailing car engines. So it was good to see what an old European engine looked like and learn how to detail it because I've been doing V8s for so long. I can detail those without even really thinking about it.
Right.
So detailing it, and I want to get into more of the rally cars and things like that because I like the style of them. The older rally cars more than the newer rally cars. So I think learning how to do a European engine was more interesting because they don't have as many exposed wires and things like American do. And an American muscle car, you build the engine, you can fit it into any car because there's so much space. Where a European car, the engine just seems really tightly crammed in there.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Now, speaking of kits, and this is one of those touchy subject things for some people. Since you have such a collection, you've been building them up over the years from way back when until now, the more modern kits. What's your take? I mean, a lot of people in the community seem to get very adamant, you know, the older kits, oh, these are horrible and I won't buy them. They absolutely stink. And then you've got people that, like myself, that are along the lines of, hey, you know, if it's a subject that I like and this is what's available, I'm going to go for it. Where do you stand with that?
I pretty much think people are spoiled these days because they never had to build those old kits when there was no choice. So for me, building an old kit is like a fun challenge if I want to build it to the level of today's kits. Sure, today's kits are nice because you just open the box, they're all full of details, you put them together, you weather them, and some are challenging, some aren't. But you get an old kit that people complain about and they don't want to build it because they don't want to get into that. In my opinion, they don't want to deal with the challenge of it. or they're, like I said, they're just spoiled by the level of the new kits. That's why the whole Kitty Hawk controversy, I've always just taken a step back from, because the kits are buildable. They're just not they're not a Tamiya kit or a Great Wall Hobby kit. So I think people just need to think back to when there was only these to build. We didn't have the luxury of saying this kit sucked, because what would we going to compare it to? There was nothing. And, you know, in those days with those molds, people weren't doing the molds with computers. They were doing them by hand.
Right.
You know, they were measuring things with measuring tapes and calipers, and they were trying to do the best they could for their molds, and they made the molds, and that's what they had, and we went with it. Now you've got CAD drawings and computers grinding out the molds, and between the guy doing the CAD work and the guy grinding out the mold and the guy pouring the plastic, somewhere something could be messed up, and then who's to blame? So I'm pretty much give the old kits a chance, quit complaining so much, because that's all there used to be. And you can still find some of these great, you know, the Revell F101 is one of the best Voodoos out there, better than the, in my opinion, better than the Kitty Hawk release of the Voodoo, just comparing plastic, because Revell had to put more time into the detail because they were the only ones doing it.
Gotcha.
So it may be a controversial opinion and people may complain, but, you know, if that's all you had, that's what you build.
Right. Now, being a modeler that comes back from the 70s and 80s, before a lot of the aftermarket stuff was around, what's your take on aftermarket? Because I mean, obviously there's just a ton of like different things, the photo edge and other things that are available, you know, resin and stuff to help improve the look or accuracy of kits. What's your take on that?
I love photo etch and the aftermarket resin. I just bought a whole bunch of Edward stuff for my SU-34. I think it's great. I also build kits without it. I look at a kit and decide how much I want to detail it. Like I said, I love photo etch, and I think it was a great step forward for the hobby. However, if you can't afford it, you can still make a kit very nice without it, and it doesn't have to be done. And I don't think people should be judged or worried about it if they can't afford it or can't figure out how to use it. There are plenty of tutorials on YouTube about how to use it, but it's not a requirement. It was a great addition, but look back at Shep Payne, one of the classic great modelers from the 60s and 70s. He built all those things and wrote all those books, and he never had any photo etch, and he never had any resin. Everything he did from his imagination and from what he could find to scratch build.
Right. Now, are you a scratch builder?
To a small degree. I don't know if I have the patience or the artistic talent to do what some people do with it. But if it's something I need, like when I did my big Stuka with the engine sitting on the stand, I did scratch building all the hoses and stuff coming out of the firewall and on the engine. And with my car engines, I do some scratch building, but not to the extent of, say, like Rich, the guy Rich we know does, where he scratch builds practically everything, and it's beautiful. So it's something that I would have to get better at if I really wanted to do it.
Gotcha. Now, what do you think of Tim? Is he kind of weird?
He's a ginger. That's all I got to say.
Oh, well, there you go. It's covered bases. Moving on a little bit here. When it comes to your kit selection, because obviously, you, like I said, you collect all kinds of different things. And as we get older, we start getting our middle-aged eyes, and we, you know, don't have maybe the same dexterity we might have had when we were a little bit younger. Do you find that there's certain scales that you like to work in, and there's certain scales you like to avoid when it comes to kits?
I've pretty much always done 48 scale aircraft. I've only built a couple of 72nd in my life, and same with 32nd. I've only built a couple in my life because 32nd is too big for me. 72nd is too small for me, and it's not so much dexterity and vision, because you see I wear glasses and I've got the visor that I wear. I'm hoping that I can always do 48 scale, but if not, there are 32nd I could move up to. They're just so big and take up so much space, and I can get the same kind of detail I want from 48 scale.
Right. I got you there. Now, I guess we can move on a little bit here now. towards the YouTube. Now, where you have a channel, and if you want to, real quick, you want to go ahead and plug that. I mean, because I know it's not the Burnt Mannequin channel. It's got to be something else.
Well, I had to close the Burnt Mannequin channel because the feds kept looking at me funny.
Okay.
And, you know, FBI in the mountains, they can't hide very well because it's obvious who they are.
Okay, that's true.
So high altitude scale modeling, I just want it to be a simple channel that people can come to and watch me unbox video or watch me unbox kits so they can see what's inside. I'm going to do a build series on the Airfix 172 B17 because I got the big kit with all the airfield set in it with the cars and the stuff, and I just got the aftermarket from Edward. And I want to do that, but I don't want to do it where I just want to do it where I'm pointing out the things that I see are wrong or the things I'm doing different or things like that. It's going to take a while. It's not going to be a tutorial as much as just watch how I build this sort of thing.
Gotcha.
With my videos, I don't have a fancy introduction, and I don't really use music because I just want it to be, anyone could do the video I do. You set up a camera and you go and you show what you got, and you put titles on from using iMovie on my Mac, and that's it.
Right. I was going to ask you about that. So you answered that there's a purpose behind how simple you keep it, for sure.
Right. I just want it to be like a guy picked up a camera and wanted to show you what's in a kit. I have no desire to be the next big movie star or YouTube star. My channel's not monetized. I just want to, I have a job. I like my job, especially now that I'm selling hobby supplies. My YouTube channel's for fun.
Gotcha. Now, with your channel, is there a certain type of video you like to focus on? Because, I mean, obviously, I've seen you do a lot of reviews. I've seen you do, well, you were doing your Rust video series. And
Yep.
mentioning in the future you want to do just watch as I'm building this thing here. Is there a particular thing that you like to do with your videos?
I like doing the reviews, and I'd like to do more showing how I do things, but I think the reviews are just, especially since I can get new kits quickly, it may save people who don't have a lot of money opening the kit, like that trench digger I did. That's got a lot of little parts in it. It's a beautiful kit, especially the engine, but someone may not want to do that level of detail, or they may not want to spend, $60 on it now that they've seen it. For me, it's for people, this is the new kit, this is what's in it. If you want to go there, great. If not, I hope to help you to make a decision. Because not everyone can buy every kit that there is. Right,
gotcha. Now, is there something that hasn't been done on your channel that you want to do or you want to do more of?
I'd like to do build videos and more of that, just hanging out and watching me build and kind of talking sort of thing, not tutorial kind of way, just this is how I'm building and, BSing while I'm building. Something relaxed and easy to do and just fun.
Well, no, that's okay. Now, is that something to do with like time frame? Because I mean, obviously you've got your full-time job and you've got family and all these other things that you've got commitments to that are outside of the hobby. Is it, you think that is part of the reason maybe you prefer right now doing the box reviews, because you can just open them up and just show the plastic versus having to sit there and say, okay, well, is the camera angle right so they can see me while I'm building this or printing this or whatever?
Right now doing the reviews is, like you said, relatively simple. I can sit down at my desk, turn on the camera, put down my blue mat and put the box underneath there and just go and talk about it. With the build review, I'm planning out how I'm going to do it. First, I'm going to do the actual review of the kit and all the stuff I'm going to use. Then I'll just film, because I can't model every day. And the days I'm off, I do model all day, every day as much as I can. But there's nights during the week that I with the family, or I work late, or I take one night a week off from modeling completely, just so I don't think I'd ever burn myself out, but I think I should have one night of the week where I'm just hanging out with family and stuff and not modeling and not hanging out. So I think it's more of...
You mean there's a life outside of modeling?
A small one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because my kids are 15 to 20, and they all still, there's 3 of them, they still live at home, but I'm hoping that that's not going to be a permanent thing, so I can have my life and have more modeling time where I'm not being a dad. So for me, it's timing things out. And I had, this summer, I got more kits on the go than I've ever had. I usually used to have 3, and I ended up with 7. Well, now I'm down to 4 because it was my goal to finish all of them before I start the B17 build.
Right.
So I've got the, the SU-27 left. The Porsche is almost done. I've got the Israeli build that's almost done, and the Hind, but the Hind is a buddy build with me and Paul and Tim. So that I'm not really worried about finishing. We'll all get around to it when we do. But I want to get back to the 3 builds on the go at a time, no more.
Right. Now, yeah, see, and that's the difference, I mean, between you and I, because obviously your shelf queens, or your shelf of doom, however you want to call it, is obviously a lot smaller than what I have going on. And so, like, yeah, and that, I guess that's a pretty good focus there, and it's obviously intentional. Now, with your kits, when you finish with them, I mean, I know you've got a lot of room that, in your basement, and you've got it broken down, you know, to the ultimate man cave, because you got your section for modeling, you got your section for music, and you got your section for games. So I mean, you've got it set up pretty slick. What do you do with your models when you're finished with them? Do you have a fancy display, or do you just have a shelf, or do you just catch them on fire? Or, I mean, you know, what do you do?
Well, I haven't burnt any yet. I just have basic bookshelves that I put them on. I don't have any fancy display cases or glass cases with LED lights, because I got so many books and music that I don't really have a place for another display case. So I just put them on top of all my other shelves.
Okay.
And there's a display case upstairs that is kind of like Paul's. It's got LEDs and stuff that's in the living room, where I put my best ones. So when people come by, they can say, oh, that's nice. But all the rest of them, like the cars are all bunched into one area because they can sit close together. And the planes are all bunched into one area. So wherever I can fit them is where I put them. And like I said, I got the one nice display case where all my best ones go upstairs.
Right. Well, no, that's good. That's good. I guess swinging back towards the YouTube thing there. I know, and you mentioned it, that like your intros and the music and a lot of the fluff that people add in on their videos, you don't. You just keep it simple. Is that, as a viewer, how you like to see things, or do you enjoy the production that people put into their videos, or do you just not care either way?
I can watch either one. I do appreciate and enjoy the finely detailed ones, the ones with good edits and stuff and great music. What I don't like is people who don't talk in their videos, and I have to either read what they're doing or just watch what they're doing. I like people talking in their videos. So good intro music and a good intro, like, you know, ISM's intro or Simon's intro, those are some good intros. And Carl, when I interviewed him a few weeks ago, his intro is amazing. If I could have an intro like that, then I probably would have a more fancy one. Because I work and I do the modeling, and I also, you know, do a lot of record buying, music buying, and listening to music, I just don't want to take the time to do that kind of intro, and I don't want to pay somebody to do it. So the people who have the time, they make great ones, and I love it. And that's, you know, that's what they've got the time to do, or I don't have that time. Once I retire, if I ever get the luxury of retiring, maybe I will do some kind of more fancy intro. But I like the videos where they're talking and communicating, and I can listen to them. Because if I'm modeling and watching a video, if there's nobody talking, then I can't really know what they're doing.
Right, yeah, because you're
busy. I watch a lot of YouTube videos while I'm modeling, and if they're not saying anything, then there's no point in me having it on. Gotcha. So back to the question, I think that those fancy intros and stuff are great, and I do enjoy them. I just personally want to spend my time doing something else.
Gotcha. Now, here's an interesting question I don't think that's ever been asked before. As an American modeler, and I mean, there are differences. There's difference in the selection or the focus of the kit and the manufacturers in different regions. And obviously, you and I, associated with the guys in ISM and stuff, a lot of these guys are from over there, either in England or mainland Europe. Do you see differences, and do you like the approach of one region versus another, or do you look at it evenly, or yeah, how do you view that?
There is a difference, and I think the British modelers, the UK modelers, not just British, I'm sorry, the UK modelers, I'm jealous of what they have over there because they've got modeling shows all the time. They've got groups all the time. Because they're such a small country, they've got a more tight-knit modeling community than we have. We've got to drive everywhere to go to a model show. Until I've met these guys online, I didn't have any modelers to talk to. You're the closest modeler to me, and you're still an hour and a half away. Right. Our modeling shows, you know, I had to go to Omaha for the Nationals, and the next modeling show here's in Loveland. But we get one, maybe two modeling shows that are close enough to go to. Meeting the IPMS people down in Denver and the people that you've met and I've met, they're not as friendly in America. It seems to me they're more, I'd say elitist, but they're just not as open as the UK modelers.
Yeah, no, you definitely need a Dakota.
So I appreciate the internet because I got to meet these people. These guys who were so dedicated to the hobby and are so close together with each other that it made me jealous to, you know, if I had to leave my mountain lair, I'd want to go to the UK to be around other modelers. And I used to think the same thing about the UK music scene, where we had Denver, but they have everything around them. You could look at the UK music scene and there were concerts constantly all around them that we never got. So it's the same thing with the modeling scene to me. I've always been jealous of what they have over there. So yes, I think the UK modelers, the whole area is just full of rich and talented modelers that I was jealous of, and I'm glad I got to know them. Our American modelers, there's some great modelers here, don't get me wrong, but they're so spread out, you can't associate with them as well or as often. You know, I'm going to Chicago for a hardware show at the end of the month, and I'm going to meet Gil.
Awesome.
But Gil, that's 1,200 miles away.
Now
we don't have someone just down the road where, you know, Tim can get together with some of these guys at a model show he goes to, or Dan can meet with people, or Paul can meet with people. We don't have that luxury because our shows are so spread out.
Right.
You pretty much are the only one I get to meet in face to face. You know, hopefully Rich sometime. He lives not too far from us.
Yeah,
so I think the American model is more of a loner than the UK modeler. Maybe that's a better word than elitist. Because we're so spread out in our part of the country. Maybe it's different on the East Coast where there's bigger cities, but in the West, it's just harder to get together with people. So yeah, there's a big difference. Their styles are different. They're more, I learned a lot of weathering from the UK modeler. And I think most Americans, if they were honest, would say the same thing. And then there's that whole Spanish scene that I haven't even checked out yet. So,
and stuff.
Right. So there's all these different modeling styles that finally can merge because of the internet. But yes, there's definitely differences between them, and they're all equally as good, but I do prefer my UK friends to the other ones.
Excellent. Excellent. I'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, moving on to other social medias. I mean, obviously, outside of YouTube, one of the biggest internet mediums is going to be Facebook. Now, you're a moderator over on the ISM Facebook page, and I'm sure you've got a ton of different groups that you're either a member of, or pages that you like that are always showing things. What's your experience with that? Are you pretty involved with that when it comes to, you know, soaking up information and putting the information out there?
I definitely am for soaking up information. I like to think I'm good at putting it out there too. Not to the level of some people, but Facebook, there are a lot of good groups in Facebook. There's a lot of unpleasant groups in Facebook. For me, it's finding the right group of people to be with. I thought a couple of years ago I was with the right group. Then obviously things didn't work out with that group of people, although the core of that group is still us. So, you know, I've met a lot of good people. Gil, I've met, you know, Ken from Badger. I talked to him on the internet. Then we actually got to meet him at the IPM National Show. I got to hang out with Scott because of Facebook. I think the amount of good groups in Facebook exceeds the amount of bad groups in Facebook. And I think that's because when people realize that the groups are not pleasant to hang out with, they leave, and then you're stuck with that core group of people who it's just an unpleasant, like the grumpy old men group, or the grumpy old European group, or, you know, I don't want to name names on these groups, but they know who they are. Right. The people that truly get along and are truly friendly are in ISM, and they're in the critique page, and they're in Red Dragon Model Works, and Northview Model Shop, and Mr. Mini Dreams. Those are good groups. People who communicate, people who don't put each other down. We're all different levels of modelers, and we need encouragement. And some of those groups think they're full of professionals when they're not.
Well, that's one thing I have noticed about the internet is that the access to different levels of modelers. I mean, obviously before the internet, for me, it was either seeing things locally at a model shop or picking up a magazine. And of course, you're going to see the top end builders and all of that stuff. Whereas with YouTube and Facebook and other stuff, you get to see modelers of all different levels, which, you know, is great. And you can follow people's journeys, and that's been a plus for me. That in the 4+ years that I've been doing the internet with this stuff, I've seen people grow just like I've grown. So that's kind of pretty cool to see in that regard, for sure. Now, is there something on, like, with your Facebook participation now? Are there things that you'd like to improve on, or there are things that you would like to slow down on with that?
Slow down on, this summer I got involved in way too many group builds and buddy builds and everything else. That's why I had so many kits on the go. So I'm pulling back from that because I don't want to have a lot of unfinished kits sitting around my house. It depresses me. Right. So I got too involved in too many builds. I need to be more selective. Improving on, you know, I learned something new from every kit I build. I always wanted to document what I learned on that build. Like, I'm building this Kafir, AMK Kafir kit for the Israeli build. The last 2 Israeli aircraft I built, the paint job was terrible. So my focus on this kit is going to be a better camouflage job. I'd like to document, I'm building this aircraft, this is what I learned on it, this is what I can do better this time, and this is what I did good this time, and have that written down on a blog or something. Right. And I've never gotten around to doing that because, again, that takes time that I don't really have right now. That's where I'd like to improve, being able to document what I've learned, because every kit teaches me something new. Right. I'd like to be able to document that. This is what I learned, and this is how happy I am with what I learned, and this is what I was disappointed in. Because you got to move forward. If you just put yourself down because you screwed something up in this hobby, you're just going to throw your kits against the wall and not do anything. You've got to improve with each build, and you've got to consciously understand that, yes, I messed up, but I can fix it. I don't have to sulk in the corner because I screwed this up. You know, I don't have to, oh crap, my cat knocked my paint over on my kit. What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to speak to my cat about their behavior politely, because my cat can be mean. And then I'm going to move on. I'm not going to sulk because I screw something up. And Facebook helps me watch people who do that and learn from others who don't do that, because there's people who make bigger mistakes than I'll ever make, and they go, well, screwed that up. Here's what I'm going to do to fix it.
Gotcha.
That's what we need to do.
Right. Now, where do you see yourself in the future? What direction do you want to go with your modeling from where you're at now?
I've spent most of my life being a teacher in the jobs I've had. I taught people how to play the music when I was in a band. I've taught people how to do things with the jobs I've had. What I want is to be able to teach people to be better than they are. We're going to, once we get to the fall up here in the mountains in the winter, we're going to start holding hobby classes in the store, beginning hobby classes, intermediate hobby classes. Obviously nothing's professional because I'm not a professional, but I want to teach people to be better like I learned how to be better. So I see myself wanting to teach people how to be better in the hobby to the level I am. obviously I can't teach beyond my level. And I want to learn from other people so I can grow in the hobby. So I want my YouTube channel and the hobby stuff that I sell here to be a learning experience for people. And I want to be able to teach people, because I think I have the patience where, and I don't have a big enough ego where I think I'll ever be this incredible modeler and you all bow down before me. I want to teach people, and I want people to get better because I was able to teach them something, not because I rammed it down their throat.
Right. Now, real quickly here before I finish up with my questions, you've touched a little bit on it throughout the interview here, and I know you've mentioned it before on the shows. You've opened up a hobby section inside the store that you manage. And is there anything that you'd like to share or plug or discuss about that with people while you've got the open mic?
I think just we started selling on August 15th, so almost a month now. I think that there's a lot of people out there who want to be able to walk into the store again and buy hobby supplies. This last weekend, Labor Day weekend, we sold more hobby supplies than we had in the other 3 weeks combined. And I was actually off the 2 days they sold the most hobby supplies. It was great because people from out of town. I have a big Tamiya banner on the front of the building. And one guy said he saw the sign, swerved into the parking lot real quick and came in. And he actually told my cashier that I got to hide the stuff from my wife because I can't tell her I did another hobby thing while we were on vacation. So I think more people just need to, this hobby's been in such a solitary hobby for so long. We need to be more vocal that this hobby is out there. And that's what I want the hobby store to do, because I am the only one within 90 miles of where I am. And we're going to be advertising, and we're going to be putting things in papers all over the mountains. And like I said, starting the classes. And I think if more people are vocal about the hobby, we'll be able to keep it growing, because it is growing no matter what people think. Just because hobby stores are closing because what it takes to run a business and the amount you have to pay employees. I have the advantage that we're a successful hardware store that happens to sell hobbies. So the hobby section isn't costing me, the hobby section isn't costing me any more money to do than because we're a successful hardware store. And I actually sell things for cheaper than Denver does.
Right.
Because I don't have the overhead that like Colpar has. I don't have a store that sells nothing but hobbies.
Right.
So I can be more focused and specialized. So I do feel bad for the hobby stores that are only hobby stores. But anybody, I've talking to one of my distributors, Squadron. He has several hardware stores that sell hobbies now. So it wasn't just some cool idea I had. Apparently other people had it too.
Oh, and I guess,
so if people,
makes sense.
Yeah, if people running a store like mine and they have the space, maybe if you're interested in your area, stock a couple shelves of hobbies, because the 2 distributors I use, you can buy 1 kit from them. There's not a minimum purchase you've got to make. You can buy 1 or 2 kits at a time, put on your shelf and sell them. And if you've got a successful store, you can sell them for less than the internet. And that's what it's going to keep the hobby going.
Regards to your store, obviously you're a brick and mortar place, and so you've got that going. Are you planning on expanding it to also include like an online type of deal, or is that just something you're not interested in? Or
I think eventually we'll do some online stuff. I don't need it to be a big Sprue Brothers type thing. I'm more to like, I'll sell stuff to my friends. If they need a hobby kit, I'll order it for them. They'll get a good price. I won't gouge them on shipping and handling. They can order from me and know they're going to get a fair price. And, having a huge online presence is a whole nother thing. You've got to pay for the website, and you have to have someone update it every day. And, I've got 80 employees, and like I said, we're running a hardware store too.
Right.
If I started running an online business, that's either going to have to take away from my building or the hardware part of the business, and I can't let the hardware part of the business suffer, because then I can't afford the hobby business.
No, exactly.
So, I'll sell to my friends. I sold stuff to you and Scott, And, you know, I'm not going to lose money selling to you guys,
Right.
but I'm also not going to gouge you, and you'll find cheaper prices than you would somewhere else. As for a huge online presence, probably not, because like I said, I'd have to dedicate one person to doing it or myself.
Right.
And that would raise prices.
Right. Got you there. Okay. Well, you know, that's pretty much the questions that I have for you personally. So what I'll do is turn it over to the guys here that are in the hangout with me. And then from there, Tim can, you know, blanket you with all the questions.
Okay.
Any questions for Bret at all?
I've got one, not model related. Notice you picked up an album that I hate you for getting this week. It's something I would love to own. Is there a dream record out there that you want?
I think I got that album we're talking about is an Alice in Chains bootleg from the 90s. I would love a full live concert DVD and video from Alice in Chains Dirt Tour, because that was such an amazing tour. And there's not one right now, not a good live one. They've got a live one, but it's just not. It's from the Tripod, I call it, album tour. The Dirt Tour. Dirt Tour was amazing. Pretty much anything else I've been able to find. So that would be the one, a good live Alice in Chains DVD from the Dirt Tour.
Yeah, I would probably kill for one of those.
And you know, if you want me to buy you that record and send it to you, you can PM me. Because it wasn't that expensive. It was only like $30, but you have to have a record player.
Yeah, that is the problem. I don't have a record player at the moment.
Yeah, because it was only released on vinyl, which also made me happy because I'm a vinyl junkie.
Well, you got to be, but it got to the point where we couldn't buy any vinyl in the UK. So
it was that way here for about 10 years, and then there's currently a huge resurgence, and I kept my whole vinyl collection, so it was like my model collection. It went with me everywhere. So, you know, where I have 2,500 vinyl albums, and I've been lugging those things around. Fortunately, I haven't had to move much in the last 15 years, but in the old days, I took them everywhere.
Yeah, I've still got hundreds of tapes I'm gradually replacing as they wear out. Yep,
that's what you got to do. So yes, music is as important to me as modeling is.
Yeah, we do share similar tastes musically and movie-wise as well. So
we do. You, me, and Les can talk about music all day long, and we'll all know what we're talking about.
And everyone else will get confused.
Not everyone. Paul's got pretty good taste in music too.
Yeah, not bad.
It's Tim has got this weird electronic shit. I'm sorry.
I don't mind.
Tim's that bit younger than the likes of
he
me.
is.
So he's a 90s raver kid.
He is. We still love him though.
Oh yeah, even though he's ginger.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's not camera. Hopefully he's named the camera. Tim? No? Anybody else got a question at all? No? Tim!
I see an empty chair.
I'll go turn my mic on.
Oh, hi Sam, you got a question?
No. I think I've covered everything, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. Very, very good. Just need Tim to come back and he can complete what he's doing.
Tim.
Well, while we're sitting here, my internet's finally back on at home. Woohoo, but I'm not going home for it.
Oh, well, at least you're sorted anyway.
Yep.
Excellent. Right, Tim, any questions for Bret?
Yes. Oh, right. Let me just quickly go back. I'll see the first picture of some, and then some more popped up before I had a chance to take. As always, or always ask the mighty old question of, would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
You know, I've given that a lot of thought.
Oh, that's good.
And because I'm in the West, I've been around horses my whole life, and I'd rather have the duck-sized horses. I think horses are smart animals, and I think they'd be easier to calm down. One crazed duck, and you've lost it, man.
I'm glad you've given that thought, because you know it's a sort of question to come up.
Exactly.
Do you stock evergreen plastics?
Not yet, but I'm going to. I just got the whole KNS model metal display in with all the plastic aluminum and brass stuff in. So next will be a nice big evergreen display.
Sorry, how'd you go about starting a model store?
Well, when I left Wendy's after all those years, and I met the owner of the hardware store, and her and I were talking, and
Excellent.
her and her husband took a real keen interest in my YouTube channel and my hobby ability, and they actually brought up the idea of maybe what would I think, would it be successful, or would it be able to at least sustain itself? And I thought it would, and they've given me huge support in letting me do this, set it up where I want to in the store. It was their idea for the hobby classes. They're supporting me, and that's a good thing, because it is their business. Even though in 5 years she wants to sell it to me, currently it's their livelihood, and they're very good people, and they've been very supportive. So they gave me the idea and let me run with it, and it's working.
Excellent.
That's really nice of them to give you a chance. It's something that's got lost. Like you say, as a kid, I used to remember everywhere you'd be able to buy kits. Every single little sweet shop, they'd sell they'd sell the Matchbox kits or the Airfix kit. It's just gone. It's gone, and it's a shame. So well done you for and your guys for giving you the chance.
Yep.
Your chance to.
I told them too that if it did fail, I'd just buy all the models that we bought.
Yeah, I bet they believed you as well, because I know you will.
They did believe me.
Oh yeah. I'm just scanning there, and I also quickly have to go on my phone. I'm sure there's one more that I've just missed down the bottom there, but there's
Friday.
Oh, they're arguing over computers again.
I know they are. Arguing over computers, Max is superior anyway.
Yeah. There's no argument. Mac is
no argument. So sorry. Question for Brett. Sorry if it's been asked. Sorry if it's been asked. I had to go get my tea. This is from Cam. What's your favourite tool supply that you consider essential to?
My hobby knife and my sanders, and my sprue cutters, because I cut it off and then I can shape it a little bit with a knife, but I need my sanders to make it smooth. And as you know, Ferris Gump over there is saying, Ferris Gump.
Ferris Bueller's Gump day off, Forrest.
It's Rain on.
So Ferris Rain Man over there is saying. But like we're going to show when we show what we're building, I actually have a kit that I work on here during my downtime. It's a Bandai kit. And because I've only got sprue cutters here, not my sanders or my knives at this time, it doesn't click together as well as it would if I had my knife and my sanders. So I would say my sprue cutters, my hobby knife, and my UMP sanders.
That's a mighty fine little bunch of tools to use.
And that's all he's got to say about
That's all I've got to say about that. Martin Rocky. I can never. I'm not even going to try and make it.
Martin.
Just say Martin, yeah.
Sorry, Martin. So, question for it: if you have an older kit in your stash, or statch as he called it, for instance, the older 172 HE111, and then the new HE111 comes out of a new mold, do you buy the new one? And if you do you then sell the old one, or do you statch it and just grow another child?
I generally don't sell my kits. I want to build them all. When a new one comes out, a new version comes out, I'll compare them, and I'll still build the old one because it's fun. It's a whole different type of build. It doesn't just slap together. And I have very few duplicate kits. So, I mean, duplicate by the same kit, the same manufacturer. So I don't have two Revell 148 HE111s. I may have like the new ICM HE111. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to do a comparison video, but I'll still build the Revell.
Cool. Stu Bremner. Stuart Bremner. So I know you like your old kits, but he says, is there an older kit you'd like to see revamped up to the modern standards? So is there one that's really, it is very old and it is very bad, you'd like to see done?
Yes, the 148 scale SU25.
Oh yeah.
The only one we have is the one. I don't even know who the original manufacturer is anymore. But it's been
KP, CoPro.
Right. I've got that, and then the Smur version and the Edward version. It's the same kit, and it's bad no matter how you look at it. And I've built it because it's the only one. I want a new one.
Yeah,
well, you never know. The SU17 It's been redone.
Yeah, several times by Kitty Hawk and Hobby Boss.
Yeah, I don't understand why these multiple companies keep doing this and bringing out the same. Why not one do this and then one do a 1085? And why are they fighting for the same market? It doesn't.
Right, you get a beautiful. I do have that. I just haven't built it yet. But yeah, a beautiful new 48 SU25, so I can.
Yeah, good.
I would even buy that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bob Spuddy, have you ever built the AH64 148 from Revel?
Not yet, but I do have it.
No. Oh, I knew that. Silly question.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to build it because it's a nice looking helicopter.
Yeah. Two Kids No Sleep says, how was the legalization of marijuana affected the hobby in Colorado?
It hasn't affected the hobby at all. But when I managed Wendy's, we had a legal pot shop across the street, and it increased our business a lot because apparently Junior Bacon and Frosties are the most popular food with stoners.
Actually, I love Frosties.
Bacon.
Yeah. Mr. Mini Dreams, when you were playing with the band Two Tins and Two Chins, did your rocking out with pockets out and onion rings?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I use onion rings as guitar picks sometimes because I could always eat after a solo.
And then really, when did your stash start overtaking your home?
Oh, probably 8 years ago.
Oh, it started becoming, it's like having another child in the house.
It pretty much was because, it's in 3 different places in the house.
Oh, excellent hoarder.
Yeah.
And you guys saw it when I had to empty the house out to move it.
Yeah.
I had to rent a U-Haul to store it in while we moved rooms.
Coops want to know, what bands did Bret work on the road for?
We had 2 bands. The first band we were in was Domination, and the second one was Deliverance.
Did you have to take any risks with you for the first one?
I got a lot of grief from religious people for the first one.
I bet you did.
The second one was a good movie.
The second one was named after the Burt Reynolds movie Deliverance.
Oh, nice.
We're not the pig, boy.
Exactly.
So, Brett, what kit would you build again, and what kit would you never build again?
Ooh, good question.
I would build the Hobby Boss 148 A10 because, in my opinion, that's the best 48 A10 around, and I love the aircraft, and it went together really well. I would never again try the Revel 148 F111. It's the only kit I've never finished, and it's still in a box in my stash, sitting there, haunting me and tormenting me every time I look at it because it sucks so bad.
As a reminder.
I couldn't finish it.
Oh, dear. And you would have thought for the plane that shape, it shouldn't be that difficult, should it?
You'd have thought, but it would just not go together right. The swing wings didn't work right. The fuselage didn't fit together right. And it's been 15 years sitting in the box.
Well, it's not a bad thing. Leave it there.
Yeah, I haven't burned it or anything.
Yeah, burn it. Right, Skullfish. This one's got to be the most very different question. Now, I'm not sure whether he's making you pick between these 3 or do you like these 3. So Led Zeppelin, Slipknot, or Madonna?
Madonna should be run over. I like Slipknot a lot, but Led Zeppelin will always be the best. That was my very first concert was Led Zeppelin in '77 in Dallas, and nothing has topped it. And I've seen probably 400 concerts in my life.
Oh. See, Madonna in the very, 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 very early years was quite nice, but after about 2 years, it went all weird.
Well, she was tidy for a while.
Yeah.
So Slipknot opening for Led Zeppelin would be okay.
Yeah, no, that'd be Slipknot opening for Led Zeppelin while killing Madonna.
Exactly. That would be the greatest concert ever.
Oh, just Madonna in the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, Madonna grunging out. I could see that not happening. Paul Shepard, how do you keep track of your stash?
Grunging out.
Yeah, hang on. Let's go back to that.
Let's take that back a step because.
Are you aware of the difference between heavy metal and grunge, Tim?
No, he's not. What?
There's a big difference, Tim.
In the grunging out.
What's the noise?
Wow.
Anyway, back to the question. What the question was now?
Fine for that.
It was
how do you keep a track of what you got so you don't buy duplicates?
Yeah, don't grunge out.
I'm starting to use ScaleMates, but I pretty much have a notebook that I write everything in. So I'm old school, so I still write things down, but I'm transferring it to my iPad, so it'll be easier. What I want someone to do is design an app where all I got to do is scan the UPZ and it goes into a database.
No,
but nobody's done that yet.
That's called your shop.
Yeah, exactly. I could do that. I could scan everything here, but then people don't want to buy it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
so, yeah, I pretty much just write everything down.
Yeah, you'd lose a lot of stock that way.
Yeah, I would. I'd be bummed out and have to buy it again.
No. Question there, which I'm not going to ask. What's your Martin? I'm not going to try and pronounce it because I'll probably get it wrong. What's your take on the increasing amount of kits that are subjects that are only experimental blueprints? So, like 1946 or what ifs?
If somebody wants to do it, great. I have no desire to do it. I want to build things that have already existed or do exist. Especially World War II stuff. I don't really want to do the what if in World War II because World War II existed and we know what there was. And I don't want to think if the war would have gone on, what could have happened. So the war ended in May and August of 1945, and that's good enough for me.
Cool. And then I just realized that question actually probably is a banned question. Have you seen The Dead?
I have seen the current version, but I did not get to see the Jerry Garcia version, unfortunately.
I got to see the Garcia version.
Yeah, so I just lived through less on that. That's one of that and the original Leonard Skinner and Queen I never got to see. And I wish I could have.
Queen would have been great to see.
Yeah, the original Queen would have been great. But they came here one year with Billy Squier opening for them, and I didn't get to go.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that is all of their wonderful questions in there. Done. Thank you, Bret.
All right.
Yep. Good interview, Bret.
Excellent. Well done, guys. Well done to Bret. Absolutely fantastic. The tables are turned on him tonight. Woohoo! Yeah.
Tables are turned.
Well done for Les. Excellent again, Les.
Thank you, Les.
Les is going to cock out on the bench. That's right.
Not Les.
Well, so you guys can chat for your questions. Absolutely fantastic. I start coming.
It's Porky Cocktail.
There you go. Right, so there we go. Absolutely fantastic. Well done. We will have another interview next week, most probably. I don't know who yet, but we'll pick someone.
I got someone in mind I'll talk to you guys about later.
Okay.
As long as he's willing.
Yeah, we'll have a chat later on.
He's someone who's in our hangout, so.
Right.
He's out of jail. That's good.
We have got a few lined up as well, so we'll have a chat later. So.
Yeah.
So there you go. Thanks for everyone's questions in the chat. Well done. Yeah, awesome interview. Everyone's comments there. Absolutely fantastic. So, I think now, what should we do? Should we have a look at what we've been working on? Should we do that first?
Sure, I got something.
We normally do it after Dan, but I think we'll do it before Dan. So, are you ready, Dan, after this?
Yes, I can be, yes.
All right, buddy. We'll do that. We'll go the opposite way around today. We'll do it first. So we'll have a look at what we're working on. I don't know if Brett's going to have anything to hand today.
I do.
Oh, you do? See, you came prepped.
Oh, you're very prepared.
Well, no, I've been building this while I'm at work on brakes and stuff. It's the Bandai X-Wing.
Oh, she's been skiving.
But one of the things I was talking about, the knife and the sanding sticks, because I'm only using a screw cutter, the wings don't go together all the way because I haven't cleaned it up.
Yes.
So that's why I need my tool. Yeah, I work on this while I have breaks at work, which,
Excellent.
First one I built from Bandai.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's a good little kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves electric.
Yep. And at home, I've been working on finishing the Porsche and the Israeli Kafir, but you'll see those next week.
Yeah, we'll see them next week. No problem. Thank you very much. Dan.
Hello. I've been working on Sam's Memorial build. I'm doing a Carrera GT. Got that bit done. Engine.
It's very engine-y.
Very engine-y. I've got
I like it.
Pull his things to front, and I've just done just 2 minutes ago. I don't know if you'll see that. But I've just done
tail lights.
Nice.
tail lights and whatnot.
I like it.
But the bit I'm most proudest of is this bit here.
Yeah, he's very proud of me.
Boy.
And I'm just going to take that off before it jumps off on me. And
It's one hell of a paint job done.
Have you started trying to do the mesh for that part?
no. Shh, shh.
Cool.
It might be decals. But yeah.
Oh.
Well, I'm most pleased with this and the back end, especially because I didn't foobar that.
That's good, dude.
That metal decal there, because, yeah, that's
Lovely.
very.
You got that perfect straight, dude. It's good.
Do you know how long it took me to put that on?
Oh, I can wait a long time.
10 minutes.
Long time.
10 minutes.
It were a while, but yeah, I'm most pleased with that. It's a nice paint job, probably the best I've ever painted ever. At the minute, it's living in a big Tupperware box when it's not out, and I'm working on it. And I'm just starting to do the bits and bobs that go with that bit there. Well, I've got wheels painted and all. I'll show you them as well. I have a black wheel.
What were they painted in?
UMP black primer.
Oh, nice. The gloss one?
No.
You've done normal black and then glossed them?
Yep.
Sweet.
With X22 and Mr. Leveling Thinner. I've just got a few odds and sods to do. And then I can start getting the chassis and the tub together and then do the interior, and then maybe I'll be finished in a week or so.
Sorry. That's awesome. It's looking fun, really is, Dan. You think you'll be done in time?
Fingers crossed I might be.
You got a week.
Yeah, I've got about a week, so
Done.
I'm hoping work don't kick my ass next week and I might get a lot of progress done.
Excellent. Nice one, Dan.
That's me.
Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Oh! Uh-oh!
Uh-oh.
Excellent draw.
I tried.
It's a lovely drawing, that, Les.
Oh, sorry.
Not bad.
I actually haven't been doing much modeling this week. One of the things that I have been working on is practicing my dry brush. I got these, they're called wargs. They're just like big wolves or whatever, miniature size, obviously. And so I've been working. I got one that's going to, this guy here is obviously going to be like black based. The other one's going to be white. It's going to be like the yin yang thing.
Where's that from? Is that a Space Wolf?
No, that's one of these bones miniatures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so painted this guy up. I've got his coat and stuff where I want it at now, so I'm going to clean up the teeth and get them back, get all the black off of them, and then I'm going to work on the eyes. I've been looking at videos online, folks that do a lot of the Warhammer figures or other types of miniatures do like a glowing eye effect. And there's quite a few different methods that I've seen online, people doing on YouTube, and there's a couple that kind of were looking intriguing to me. So I'm going to try the eyes on both the black and the white wolf on that, because what I'm going to be working on along with these when I get these little projects off to the side, start this Hell Driver.
Yeah, that's cool.
And if I can get that even a basically decent looking glowing eye effect, I'd like to do that on him too.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And besides that, I did a little bit of work on the engine of the Porsche, but it's sitting inside one of my canisters over here, and I don't want to uncover it yet because I actually put paint on it. But
did you get it painted orange?
I primered orange.
Ah.
So it looks good.
Cool.
It looks good, unless my cat.
Les.
What's that?
Les. I'm just gonna throw this out there. Archer decals are made in the US for eyes.
Yeah. You know, I know. No. Hey, trust me. You know, when it's said and done.
They do a fantasy set as well, Les, and I think
they might be in the future. You never know.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see how horrible these guys look. Oh, they're on crack.
That's pretty much the look you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on. So I've been a whole lot this week. So
still something there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Les, well done. I want to Sam.
Hello.
Hello.
I finished the Porsche, as you know.
Yeah.
So I thought I had about 10 days to kill. So I decided to start this.
Did you put up finished pictures of the book?
Not yet, no.
No, you need to put them up.
I'll take the photograph. I started this.
Oh, that's nice.
So I have the paintwork done. I did it today. Painted it yesterday, the day before, and I rubbed the paintwork back today. Put the second coat on, so it's still drying. The engine's done, gearbox is done, exhausts are done. The actual front of the car, the front end's all built on it. So I'm flying along with this. I just have to start to do the plumbing in the engine for the radiators and the fire extinguisher bottle as well. But it'll be finished before the next build starts. Thankfully, it's not a memorial build to me anymore.
No, what a victim, what a victim.
You know, well, I can think of a few, but I'm not going to say them.
Yeah, we'll have a think.
Yeah.
Excellent. Looking forward to that. Yeah, looking forward to that. We'll give that a plug in a minute, actually.
No
I'll do it
problem.
in a minute. Excellent. Nice one, Stan.
Environment.
Yes. What have I been working on? I've basically finished off the Terminator by Meng.
I like that.
So I can actually see what I'm doing. It's a lovely, lovely kit to build. It's absolute mean-looking beast.
Very cool.
Very nice, John.
But yeah, that was great fun to build. So went together fairly rapidly. Then I made a start on the Dragon King Tiger. I think I started this on Saturday. Which is just waiting for decals and then weathering. All the wheels are painted.
That's nice, man.
Good.
And the fuel tracks are all done and ready for it. And I did a how I do video on those.
Yeah, go check out John's video. What fluid did you use on him?
That is the Ultimate Burnishing Fluid from Ultimate Model Products.
You found it work well?
Yeah, second time I've used it. Works
Quick,
brilliantly.
innit?
Oh, yeah. Then I've not got very far with this one yet. I started the Bandai 148th and 144th.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Sweet.
So the interior of the cockpit and both the pilot and gunner figures are painted in that. And then I think I filmed it yesterday, but I started off a build series on my channel.
Nice.
In which I'm going start to finish on the Tamiya SU-76.
I watched it, John. I liked the video.
Thank you very much, Brett. I thought it made sense for me to do something Russian and tanky.
Makes sense.
So you've had a quiet week, John?
Yeah, not too busy this week.
Excellent.
I've been running it fairly quiet.
As prolific as always. Nice one, John.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I beginning of the week I painted the white bonnet on that Golf I was making. I've never had so much problems with just one panel. Try not to swear at it. I must have painted it 5 times, flattened it back 5 times, put the gloss on, went down brilliantly, put the wet coat of MLT, big lump of something landed right in the middle of it and sunk to the bottom of the paint of the gloss coat. So don't want to smash it, but that's been really quite annoying. If the rest of it's fine, it's one big black dot on a white bonnet.
Just put a rust spot on it, Tim. You know they were prone for it.
I told the bloke at work, I'm like, your car really annoyed me. I think I'm going to have to hurt you because it's hurting me. So what? He was a bit shocked, but I think he understood as I hit him. The other thing I've been doing is all the little wooden struts for the wing nuts kit have got little bands of decal that go around it. You just about make out these little blue bands there.
I can see them.
Just
Yes.
yeah. There's 5 of those per spar. You've got 8 spars, and every single decal has just a little bit too much film. So I've got to then cut the edges of each bit of film just to stop it. Otherwise, it just flaps open and doesn't sit level. That's been a bit interesting for the last few days. I've got one. I've got 2 left to do, and then they're done. And then I can start doing a bit more shadow painting on the wings, on the wing nuts kit, and then starting the build that's coming up. I'm going to start that one. I was going to start the Porsche, but then I just got delayed by ordering something for it. I should have just built it out of the box. And,
I know you love me, Tim. Don't worry, mate.
Yeah, it's all good, mate.
Yeah. I'm good anyway. That's me done.
Excellent. Great, on to me. Well, one completed this week. It was that little 1/43 scale Mercedes CLK GTR GT. Lovely little kit. Turned out quite well. You see a little engine through the back window.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
That's cool.
Absolutely brilliant little kit. Really is. Absolutely, really enjoyed building that. Highly, highly detailed. Put a lot of 24 scale kits to shame, I think. And awesome, great little kit. Really enjoyed it. And yeah, definitely got me hooked on these little cars. They are very, very cool to build. I'm going to put that straight back into its display case before I wreck it or drop it again like I did the other week. Give me a sec. There we go. And that leads on to the next one. Again, another contender to Porsche build. This is the 911 SCRS, I believe it is. It's the Rothmans one from the Paris-Dakar. It whites out a bit because of the light, but it's all decaled up, sprayed half blue. And that's ready for its clear coat, which will probably get done tomorrow. So not a bad little kit, not as good as that other one. A little bit rougher. And surprisingly, these are a lot more expensive as well than the other one. All the cockpits all done. The cabin, roll cage all primed, ready for paint. And there's a ton of PE to go on it. Literally, there is actually a ton of stuff in this one. So we've got an entire PE fret. There's skid plate, steering wheel, bonnet latches, everything. Got all the windows to do. There's the very nice masks that we use for the Rothmans Blue. They have to cut out the instructions. They were absolutely fantastic and really crap. And that's that. So that should be done hopefully in a few days. Ready to start our other build, which we're going to talk about in a minute. And then just today, screwed this body up a while back on a live show. You might remember it. Pulled some of the clear cut off. So got a new body, rebuilt it, resprayed it, redecaled it, and 2K clear coats it today. And, that's a pretty impressive shine, if I don't say so myself. Nice and deep, really brings out the red. So that's literally straight out the gun. Nothing done to it yet at all. No polishing, no sanding.
Yeah, you can swim in that, couldn't you?
Yeah, it's so
beautiful.
Yeah, it really, really is a deep, deep gloss. I've got a few flaws in there, there's a few bits of dust and specks in there which need to sand out and polish, but I'll let it dry for a couple of days. And this will be done very soon as well. It's been a long time in the making. Bret bought me this for Christmas, not this year, last year. And I very, very nearly had it built. And screwed up the clear coat by ripping a bit off with some masking tape. So nice to get it done. And this should be done, hopefully, in the next week as well. As long as no cats go and knock paint all over it in a fake accident.
Silly cats.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so let it dry a couple of days, take it all back, give it a good polish. And hopefully it'll look good. That's a 2K clear, David. Hero Boy Ireland. And yeah, so very happy with that. And that's going to get put back in the display. Oh, see? These hands are terrible. Never hold that stand by the bottom.
Easy tight. No, I'd never ever hold mine by it. I hold it by the top every time.
We hold the top because they're a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, it will fall apart and break. And
put that back in the display case as well. Now, we had this Porsche build on the go. So put the camera back on me. That ends on the 15th of September, next Friday, at midnight. What we're going to plan to do then, and it's Gary Pashley's fault, is we're going to do a German motorsport build. Just a buddy build again, build between us lot. It's going to run for a month again, from the 15th to the 15th of September, I think it's to the 14th of October, I think it said. And anything German motorsport, so anything that was involved in German motorsport, but it's got to be, you know, livery up. Livery, I can't say the word. Motorsport markings on it, basically. You can build it, pop it in the build, and away you go. Needs to be a new kit, obviously.
mine's
What's that one you've got there?
a Porsche 911 DT2.
Oh, nice.
I got a BMW M3 from BMAX with their update set. Some rather nice Oz wheels and Rothmans decals as well. I don't know, Sam did the same as well.
I'm doing the same too.
Yeah, oh yeah, cool.
Calcium wheels.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. It's another month-long one. It's just a buddy build, bit of fun between us lot. Whilst we're enjoying the cars again. And yeah, so you want to take part, join in. And like I say, next week, because of that build, me and Tim have got a few kits to sell as well. I think that all of them are German Motorsports, aren't they, Tim?
Yes, I think there's only one that's not.
Yeah. So we're going to have a little auction next week. Some of the guys may have something to sell as well, but me and Tim have got about 5 or 6 kits to sell. And they are related to this build. So if you want a kit next week, tune in. We'll put a pick up through the week of what they are. And we just thought the timing's right for the build. We'll see if anyone wants to buy them. And that's it. So, a few things in the chat, but I'll just catch up on and read. We got to read. Talking about John being a quick builder. Oh, yes, he is. Thank you. Thank you.
He builds as fast as we buy.
Do we need to thin the 10x22 for us spraying it? Yes, you do. Thin it 50-50 with Miss Hobby Level and Thinner. And that'll do you well. That's good. Thank you, guys. Sergeant Bones doesn't like the super shiny. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry. Seems to be shiny to me. Any tips on the Hero Boy 2K clear? There's videos on YouTube, Billy. Just have a look on there. You need a tack coat, that'll dry for a bit, and then put your wet coat on. It's pretty simple to use, but it's highly dangerous. So you need a good respirator, good spray booth. Don't be doing it around your family. Make sure you leave the room when you're done, and so on and so forth. And that's it. Mark's got me. Oh, hang on. We've got that feedback again. Can anyone not hear that?
I heard it.
It's gone again, though.
Yeah, okay. Those boxes, Mark, are from Mr. Hobby. Those paint storage stands. Or as Will saying, go to a pet store bag, cat scratching stand. There you go.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to hand over to Dan. He's going to look at all your work on the forum and Facebook. And away you go, Dan. Make sure that chat's switched off, Dan.
I have switched it. Well, I think I've switched it off. I pressed buttons and it said it's off. So
excellent. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll mute myself before I finish talking. Over to Dan. Away you go, buddy.
Cool. I'm going to mash some buttons first. Is that sharing now?
Hello.
It is indeed that.
Good evening. And we're going to start this week with now then, how am I going to pronounce that? Macaroville? What? No.
Yep.
It's from Colorado. Is a new joinee, and he's put awful slow work on his old 1980s 172 Hasegawa A6M3. He's just waiting for glue to dry so he can fill more seams with the Vallejo putty.
He's good.
Tattoo Boy, and he's finished building it. His ICM JU88 A-5. Used the Ames resin cockpit correction kit with PE, primed in UMP grade primer. Gave it the RLM 65, 70, and 71 camo scheme using Tamiya paints. It's faded all the paint with lighter shades and post-shaded with Tamiya smoke. A lot of work for something that will be hidden by white. And then hand-painted all crosses, numbers and letters using homemade stencils. Then use the airspray technique for the first time, followed by a coat of Tamiya white, then remove some to give a worn look. A bit more than was on the original plane, and he's gave it a wash all over with AK winter panel liner.
It's nice.
Looking good, isn't it?
That does look nice.
Especially painting on all the stuff on it, on the wings with the decals and stuff.
It's a nice bit of work.
And it looks very nicely weathered. I like it. El Capitan. And this week he's been working on his 148 Kitty Hawk Jaguar GR1, the Feline Fever GB. He's took a pilot from another kit and chopped his feet off to make him fit. If you wanted to display the model in flight, apart from that, no aftermarket has been used. Painted it with Tamiya acrylics.
It's looking good.
Yeah, nice belts as well.
Looks very nice.
Yeah.
Tomcat 64 is next, and his USS Enterprise is just about finished. He's just waiting on some decals to replace them that wrecked partway through the build. It's Revell's 1600 original series Enterprise kit, which actually represents the Enterprise from the Deep Space Nine episode Trials and Tribulations. The white lighting is a cheap LED Christmas string, and the lights in the warp nacelles are a pair of flickering LEDs. Thanks to the guys in Build Thread for persuading me. I could light it up without too much pain. Paintwork with UMP Black Primer, Vallejo Grey, a mix of washes for the panel lines, Tamiya Metallic Grey, and Alclad Aqua Gloss and AK Matte to finish.
Oh, that's stunning. I like that.
Nice.
Does look good.
Mm.
I've got one to do and it scares me slightly.
Oh, that's nice.
Rusty Warrior is next. He's working on the Hobby Boss 148 ME262A 1A U2.
Nice.
And it's a test fit of the seat and the rear bulkhead after some PE was attached. Lots of pinging and cursing. He's got a love-hate relationship with PE. He's primed it in mid-grey surface primer and sprayed with Vallejo Model Air RLM 66 and 02. And the PE from Edwards set, and he's followed it by a burnt umber oil wash over the top. Looks good though, I like that.
Yeah.
I like his seatbelts. They were. Bob M is next. And he started his Fighting Feline GB kit, and it's Edwards 148 F6F-5 Hellcat Late. Being a prototype edition, P for the cockpit, engine, etc., and resin wheels are included. He's currently working on the cockpit and struggling with his first attempt at PE, which is primed with Steinel Res Black and painted with Tamiya XF72 cockpit green. He needs to finish the cockpit PE, weather it, and start on the fuselage, etc.
Cool.
Looks nice. Shepsy next. He's been working on weathering his Airfix 148 Spit Mark 5, I think. 4, 5, one of them. And the profile is the lower surfaces as they've received most work. His first used UMP Dark Dirt for the panel line wash. After adding a satin varnish, he used ammo MIG streaking effects to represent oil leaks from the engine. He's then used the same product to a lesser degree on various other parts, including the flaps. They were. Followed a matte varnish. He's had a black pigment to represent stains from the guns, as well as some light dust around the filter, although they don't show too much. It's probably a bit over-weathered, to be honest, but he's happy enough with it. He's just got to paint a few final pieces and glue them on, and it should be done. That looks good.
Yeah, I like it. I like the look of it.
Yeah, that's it.
I like his roundels look nicely weathered.
Yeah, good.
And Tommy M next. This is 148 Accurate Miniatures SBD3 Dauntless. His airbrushed his fuselage and wings. Hair is stick painted the engine. Primer and cockpit is Steinel Res olive green primer. The upper is Vallejo intermediate blue, and the lower is Model Flex light grey. And the engine is MIG metal range silver, polished metal and brass, Vallejo black, Citadel, Mephiston red. Probably said it wrong. Use MIG weathering, washes and oils for weathering.
So nice job.
Yeah, it looks really nice, that, doesn't it? Yo, dude.
Yo, dude.
Aurora 145. He's finished up with Tamiya
Look at
48 A1J Sky Raider this past week. It's turned out really well. It's primed in UMP black for Black Basin. He's painted it overall in Model Masters dark tan, Model Masters medium green, and Model Masters dark green, and Model Masters camo grey. Bits and bobs painted in various ranges of Tamiya and Model Masters acrylics. Top coated with Model Masters semi-gloss lacquer. It's been a fun build. Highly recommend it if you're building a Sky Raider. But it does look really good, actually.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. You make me so horny.
What wicked timing one has. Oh, God, so I love Friday nights sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. Coop is next over in Australia. Sam's Memorial build part. It says it's his first car build. Takes a spell to get a flow. It's today's Porsche 911 GT2. He's painted it with MRP Subaru BRZ blue.
That's nice.
Plus first coat of unpolished MRP super clear gloss. Used Edward P harness. Stripped the wheels of chrome and painted MRP super gloss black and mist hobby gold. Gold trim on the seats and dash bezels. Titanium and gold engine, which can be seen on the Memorial build thread. I do like that blue. It looks good, that blue.
Yeah, I do. I do like the color.
Yeah, I love that.
Nothing wrong with Scooby-Doo.
And it's shiny.
Shiny.
And he's got a nice sticker look.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
It's a very nice one. I suspect Richard's had his fingers in that.
Yeah, Richard was out to begin with me.
And Tommy Killander now. And he says after a short break, he's finally resumed the work on his 148 AMK 1A1 Kiffer C7.
Nice camo.
And the camo's been painted with guns, sand yellow, mixed with green blue, and finally red brown, with a couple of drops of XF7 red added. Yeah, that looks good, that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That does look good. It says next step will be to post shade and to add some fade in. You might do that during tonight's show. Pictures on Facebook, please.
Nice.
2 kids no sleep. Scott, who should be at work, but I bet he in. And he's painted his car body for Sam's Memorial build. God rest his peaceful soul. Blessed angels from heaven. Above shall rain down love and good tidings to all. You know, when I read that earlier, and it's still as funny now as when I read it earlier. And this is his Porsche. It's a 926, I do believe, or something.
928.
928. I knew it was something like that. It's a Hasegawa kit, minimal detail model, blah blah blah. Tamiya X3 with lac thinner. First coat's dried overnight with no touch fingers. Oh, by the way, Dano, it's International Roman numeral day today. Yeah. Yeah.
That's nice.
But it does look good. And if you go on the forum and look at his build thread, you'll be able to see all what he's doing to that. Because he is doing some wicked stuff. And I think this is the final one this week. It's Lysis Jason. And this is Valkyrie so far. The thrust themselves are currently in bits and not pictured, but today will be filling and sanding. All you see here is everything has a fun seam line. Old kit is old. It's still fun. Just be warned, if you fancy a 148 Macross kit, maybe try the YF19. Paul did a while back. It's a newer mold. For half the parts is that snip off the locator pins to align the parts right. Damn. And there would be a lot of rescribing on the bits. It didn't do that with. Damn. Seam removal will be one of two ways. Most parts have a generous amount of Tamiya cement, not TET. Smushed together until it oozed out, and then it will be sanded down. Most times this creates a smooth joint with no filler needed. The rest will need putty or CA glue depending on the gap. Is canopy seam line is removed, cockpit done and nose cone sealed up. They'll be doing an open cockpit, brave. And the kit comes with a spare canopy, so you can add the P locks to this one and paint up the frame inside and out. Awesome. I like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
I like that a lot.
Done a nice job.
And that's the forum done tonight. Yeah. And we're straight into Facebook. And Eric McNett, otherwise known as Whisper, in our circle anyway. And he's doing another car. He's still going on the VW, but he's had an itch to start this. It's the 24th Fujimi Ferrari F50 Maranello.
Nice.
He didn't want the standard red or yellow you see, so he did titanium grey from Scale Finishers over UMP grey primer. He's putting on a second coat soon, and then off to buff and shine.
Ooh, bit of buffing.
Well, yeah, that'll be if he gets a nice shine on that, that'll be a wicked paint. No colour with flake in it. Ah, the scratch building master. Richard Owlsbrook. Richbuilds.com for anybody interested. And he's building more post-apocalyptic stuff. Over me burping. This is Sarissa Precisions 28mm 1/56 scale residential trailer. It's MDF Perspex card kit. Interior walls are done. Is now scratch building some interior clutter.
Just makes it look so easy, doesn't it?
Does make it look easy, doesn't it?
It really does.
It's not as easy as it looks as well. I like this too. Open burping again. John Stone now.
Oh wow, really come on. Nice.
Nice.
I was going to say it was just seats last week.
Yeah.
All of a sudden it's finished.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And this is the 135th Takom Typhoon K MRAP.
Nice.
It's used ultimate grade primer and finished in Vallejo Russian green. He's calling it done. The top light has not been fitted because it's here somewhere and doesn't want to get glued on.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll get it. Thank you very kindly. But yeah, that looks wicked. That does. I like that.
I like that.
And if I'm right in saying, is that not a brand new kit as well?
Yes.
Only
Yeah,
just
that is.
Very new.
Yeah, it's only been out a couple weeks.
Yeah. And it's already been assembled, look, and painted really nicely. I do like that. It does look good. Taylor Brown next. And this is Plymouth Horizon AMT 70 CUDA from Revell. And he's calling it a Hemi Rise-On. That sounds so wrong. And if you've got a list, yeah.
Yeah, that will be working well with it.
It says frame's done. He's going to start building a roll cage. He's decided he's going to paint it semi-gloss black, most likely by Model Master. He might use either medium blue or light green as a secondary colour. Engine will be a naturally aspirated 426 Hemi. And he will be using the shaker hood setup from the Plymouth Hemi CUDA kit.
That's cool.
Cool.
Easy for you to say.
Well, not so easy. It's been a long day. And this is Chayfielding. And this is 124 Wallace Auto Gyro Little Nelly. From twice.
Ah,
It's old Airfix kit and he's doing it out of the box.
Mr. Bond.
He's used Tamiya, Vallejo, and Citadel acrylics and decanted black. And he's also going to be using AK True Metals aluminium, but he's waiting on that being delivered from East Scale. Well, not sure. And he's hoping it'll be here today, but it looks like it's going to be tomorrow now. But I do like that.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
It's a shame it's just Airfix. Old Airfix at that as well. Delay. This is his Revels 148 UH1 Huey. A Reeboks of the 1959 monogram kit. Wow. Being that old, the detail is nice, but the fit, let's say, will probably run out of sprue goo and put you by the end of this build. He's going to be using his Rebel Aqua Acrylics and UMP Primer on this. He also wants to try out some techniques. It's been a fun build and an in-betweener for the Sky Raider and Feline Fever GB, which is going to start this weekend, hopefully.
Very good job.
Nice.
A good job on that.
Yeah.
Why has he got Domino's pizzas or Pizza Hut stands holding his waffles? I'm intrigued at that. Can you see him?
Yeah, I've seen him. Not sure why though.
I'm intrigued at that gig. Let us know, dude. Nazib Kimina over in the old Australia. And he's taken a breather from his MiG-21 SMT and he started the Academy 148 Hawk Hunter F6 FGA 9. He's dry fitted the Ares cockpit and trimmed off seat and IPs. He's managed to break off right coaming and lost control stick resin to the carpet monster. Ares stuff is quite brittle, he finds. Yeah, it is. Overall, the kit part is still pretty good. We'll also fit Ares landing gear resin set as well. Yeah, I have plenty of patience for that bad boy too. It'll look good though. That burping. Mike McCartney is working on a diorama in 1/35th scale, foam board, and Costa coffee stirrers. Other stirrers are available from other coffee outlets, obviously.
And they're free.
Not that it's theft. Just saying, I'm just a law-abiding citizen.
They're handed out for free. You can take them.
James Skiffin's next. I like this one. And this is just for Leslie. He's still working away on the base, but he wanted to show some placement of the horse. More figures on the way this week. Sandbag painted with model colour 976 and ultimate washers, dirt, mud and earth. Loads to do with the paintwork, figures right at finish. It's looking good there.
Nice. Good stuff, James.
Nice.
Bringing up the rear.
Oh.
This is Mr. Leslie Mesh Jr. next.
Oh, yes. You've been building it.
Oh,
dude, they look awesome.
Gifted.
I'm gonna hand this one over to Les actually.
Yeah, well, you know, I had to post it here. Obviously, as I can't show these on the show, I grabbed my neighbor's yard flamingos earlier this week and repaired them. Returned them yesterday, actually. I'm sure he was surprised when he got home and had a look in his yard. But I did use UMP black and white primers.
Perfect.
Hopefully he appreciates the artistic endeavor, and I think they look better than the pink ones. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, much better than pink.
I think they look much better.
Oh yeah, just need the red LED eyes in them now.
I was just about to say what you should have done is the white bit should have been like a fluorescent, you know, the glow in the dark paint.
Oh
yeah, even in the night time.
Yeah, so they all glowed up at night and looked spooky.
Oh yeah.
Don't give them ideas, please.
Well, you know.
Me ideas.
We'll wait for the police to test for fingerprints on that one to see if we got away with it.
But we'll move swiftly on anyway. But they look good.
Thank you.
This looks really good too. Antonio Rodriguez.
Again, another type of deal. That's been coming along nicely.
Oh, that looks wicked. And this is still his whip on his bench. He's still waiting for the missing piece from for the saddle to finish it. This is his Belphegor Fire Wings in 54mm from Andrea Miniatures. Load the burp in. All painted with Andrea scale 75 and Vallejo colours. It really hopes to finish this one during the next week. I do like that, and if I've not commented, it's because I'm really busy. But Antonio knows that what he's painting is really good, because that's, yeah.
He's a gifted guy.
All I'm going to say is he's catching up with Gil. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. Having fun, isn't he?
And this is Jeff Angus next, and this is current progress on the Airfix 148 Meteor F8. Which will be finished in Israeli Air Force markings. He's building it out of the box as a Mojo restorer before returning to a 148 kinetic prowler build. Wow. Glutton for punishment. He's used Steinel rares and alkali primers, humble enamels, thin with Mr. Hobby, extra fast drying thinner, and Barcaline low odor white spirit for brush painted parts. And Alclad and AK metallics on metalwork, waiting on Hataka acrylics for the external colours for the brown and blue grey. Looks a nice solid build there.
It's a nice skip.
Luke Carswell next, and this week he's been working on his Revell 124 Porsche Boxster for the Sam McCord Buddy build. Body sprayed in Vallejo metal colour steel over UMP gloss black primer and clear coated in Tamiya X22 and polished with Tamiya compounds. Wheels are UMP gloss black, just the windscreen to finish now, and then put it all together.
That's nice, man.
For him to say that he's not a car builder, I'm going to say he's looking like a car builder to me.
Yeah, cracking looking interior, is that?
He needs to throw some holidays in work or get some better shifts at work so you can jump in hangouts more as well.
Yep.
But that's a very nice body. I like it.
You finish mine for me if you send it.
And this is Tim Karsten Anderson next, and he's currently working on the ME262B1 U1 knife fighter in 1/32 from Revell. It's a really nice kit with no trouble so far. He's going to build it out of the box. Only extras is some old telephone cables he's going to be using as wiring, because there is so many planes that you can look inside on the plane and it's like two kits, one outside and one inside. But even just putting wires, just regular wires in and out everywhere, it'll just make it change and look nicer. William Ebow next, Sergeant Bones on YouTube. He's currently working on his tribute to one of his old cars, a 72 Plymouth Sebring Satellite. It's a Revell X Monogram 71 GTX kit, slightly modified. It's primed with grey UMP. He's painted it with his own mix of Revell Aquacolor blue and light green to match the original colour of Seafoam blue. That he had it painted in. Body sanded and smoothed, of course, with UMP sanders. It's gone crazy on the engine compartment. The model is well moulded and goes together quite easily, but when he looked in the engine bay, it felt sad. So he's fixed it. Pardon me. But yeah, that looks really good.
Go Iris!
I anti-its update. And it won't go away, go away.
Nice.
Go away if I don't want to play.
Oh, fake taxi.
No, it's in. It's just an update.
Yeah, it's updating its fake driving school.
Oh, it won't go away, look, and I can't press some buttons. Now I can. Oh, now it chooses to go away, look now. What a douche. Carl Smith is next. And this is Tamiya's mid-production Tiger. And the construction is nearing completion. Winter paint and snowy dio is planned for this one. And it looks very tigerish.
It's very tidy.
Very tidy. See, I couldn't see this on my phone earlier, and I'm hoping it's going to develop better because it's a big gun. This is Michael Benjamin Mitchell next. And he's working on an old 1/35 scale ICM BS3 Soviet 100mm field gun. Yeah. Yeah, you can understand why John's chuckling.
That's
Bit
great.
sticky plastic.
And he had it set aside a while back, 2 years ago, because they're trying to figure out how to attach the frame for the gun cradle till he got it out this year. Turns out he had glued it in the wrong position the whole time, and now it's fixed. He's got a long way to go to build this little kit up, and this gun has a really long barrel. Yeah, that's a big gun. I'm guessing that could shoot very far, but we'll not get into that. Ian Taylor next. Been quite busy again with work, so not much building done this week. He's made a couple of frames up for previous builds, though. Paul pointed out to me on the hangout that his shelves looked a bit bare, so thought this would adorn them quite well. Cheap shop photo frames and a few bits and pieces of diagraph, etc. Blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm going to click on the other one because that's and he's used UMP winter wash and some baking soda snow, and it looks good. Oh wait.
Okay.
Chris Walters next. KV2 4 diorama for Stalingrad build work in progress. There you go.
Strong tank.
It's a green tank with 5 big shells.
Yep, 152mm howitzer.
Yeah.
Oh, I love them. Proper tank that is.
Nice little thing.
Mobile pillbox in there.
It's
Pretty much. It's a naval gun.
I wouldn't want to be inside it when it went bang, put it that way.
You wouldn't want to be in whatever it hit.
I was going to say, yeah, you need to put your fingers in your ears, don't you?
It probably wouldn't penetrate the armour of a tank, but it'd blow the crud out of it.
If you wanted to paint a big Russian target, though, that would be a brilliant one.
Oh, yeah, they are targets.
This is Anthony Mitchell next. This is Ravel's Fokker Wolf. He's painted it in Badger at his own mix to his own colours. Well, at his comfort zone, but it's good. It does look good, actually. I like that one. I'm not an aeroplane person, but, you know. Vincent DeKimpe. I nearly got that so wrong then. He's working on a Meng PZH 2000 version with add-on armour. He finished his full tracks last night. He's waiting on weather and now. Currently he's started assembly on the lower hull, and eventually it will be placed on the back of a Trump 135th Fawn tank transporter. And this one is the last one of the evening for me, and this is Bob's Buddy. And this week it's slow going with the Revell 148 AH64. Lots of bad fitting parts, loads of filler, and very weird type of plastic.
It's nice, though.
It makes Bob very sad.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do believe I have had that kit, and I have not got that kit now, if you know what I'm saying.
That makes two of us, Dan.
Yeah. It did have a start, and then it got a massive finish, and then yes. But that is me done for this week.
Well done, Dan. Excellent work as always, buddy. Nice one. Dan, I'll pop the post up the next couple of days so you can get your work shared again, and we shall show it next Friday. So well done. Nice one, Dan. Some great work there. Absolutely fantastic. I think we'll do another giveaway while we're here. I think we'll do the old UMP Goodie Bag.
It's a goodie bag.
Goodie bag.
Stickers, some sweets, a thinner chart business card.
oh, sweet.
And if you don't win one, you can buy them on the site. They are on the site to buy. UMPretail.com. So head on over there if you want one. So all you've got to do is wait for Les to post in the chat start numbers now. Pick a number from 1 to 1,000, just one number. After 5 minutes, we'll close it. We'll do a live random number generator. The closest person to the number wins the goodie bag. We're also got a bike kit to give away a little bit later on. So stick around for that. And that's it. So one number between 1 and 1,000, 5 minutes, all done. You ready, Les?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Numbers start now.
Oh,
I'm at the top again.
We did. A clean break.
Do.
They're creepy and they're kooky.
Oh. Oh, Lynn's in the chat. You just made it. Well done, Lynn.
Lynn, you missed the interview.
Oh, Lynn, go back.
That sounded wrong, Timothy.
Sorry. Oh, hello. Sorry.
Oh, what happened? Did the midget jump through the window knocking paint over your model?
Quick, throw some hair on it.
No, it was Yeti quite length at hair.
Yeah.
Look, it knocked over my coffee mug, too.
I've got a cat
I'm
looking.
amazed other than the bottle of paint, to be honest. It's amazing.
Very well-trained cat.
Very well trained.
What's up?
Very well trained. These dominating like Tim's.
Yep.
No, she's sitting there looking at me through the window.
No cat needs dominating like Tim's.
No.
Cool.
What?
It's against the law in 4 states.
Yeah, that's true.
Paul, you mentioned it was okay to make an announcement. What are you announcing, Bonds? Well, the announcement is there's a German motorsport build starting on the 6th. And that's it, I think. Unless there's something else I've missed.
Somewhere.
I don't know. 177 people watching right now, which is great. Oh, that's the flute music. We'll sort some out. Could just over 3 minutes. And pick the number, pop it in the chat. Bam! And away you go. Still got things like get releases to look at. We've got what we've been buying. Another giveaway. That's about it. What are you laughing at?
Bound to be bad.
Shadowland just put in.
Where is Spruce Surgeon? He's hanging out with Blue Sturgeon.
Yeah, he's hanging out with Blue Sturgeon.
They have an art class going.
Oh, I see. You wanted to comment that your first book is published. Yes, H.C. Barnes' book has been published in the second at the end of the month. There you go.
What's it about?
And they said something then it's completely inappropriate.
Hey?
So I'm going to go with, I don't know.
I
can only imagine what you could have said just then.
Well, my mouth is often a little bit ahead of my head. So I know he said something bad then.
Well done for catching it.
You're just a model citizen.
Moving on, we've got 2 minutes left. You haven't put an unpopper in the chat. Now!
Do it now!
There are your papers!
We'll have fun, because I said...
That's low. Apparently he's stuck in the lift, and Philip says he's looking for a leg up.
Oh, he's got an extra one in there.
No, you get complaints. There's people out there who think it was still staged.
Oh,
and apparently Mark wasn't in on it when it was like 90% Mark's idea.
Well, you know.
Yep.
Oh, Phillips, they really are stupid.
It was all that wonderful acting.
It was. Oh no, Mark's got stuck in his lift. That wasn't planned. That bit.
Here's some Muppet music.
We had handily queued up. Quick, let's hit it.
Yeah, we've always got that Muppet music on, just
for all the Muppets watching.
That's right.
Every week.
And you know who you are.
Yeah. Just over a minute left.
I preferred Fraggle Rock myself.
Oh, Fraggle Rock.
Oh, brilliant.
Down at Fraggle Rock, grab a Fraggle by its nose.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's how it is.
That's Tommy bringing out a new AMG Merc GT. Yeah, it's been announced a while back.
Just wish they'd hurry out and bring it.
30 seconds, peeps. Jump in the number in the chat.
My God, get your numbers in. That's right.
Your numbers. Numbers. No real places got an RV to take out in the desert. Oh, Howard's in there. Well done, Howard. You know you missed that, buddy. Nearly missed it. Like I say, don't forget, next week we are going to have a little auction. Not a lot, only a few kits, unless the guys have got a few. 5 seconds, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, mark it.
Numbers, stop now.
There we go. Yeah, there will be a little bit of an auction next week. Not a lot of kits, just a few. And it's they're relevant to the GB. So we shall see. Right, let's do this live random number generating malarkey.
Stuff things.
Stuff. Excellent drawer.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Thought I left that group.
We see that?
Yep.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Unlucky, dude. Unlucky, too late. Right, we're going to pick one number only. That'll be the winning number. The person closest to it wins a goodie bag. If there's 2 people with the same number, the first person to pick the number automatically wins. It's just how we do it. And as always, if you think you know there's one, please don't shout out in the chat. These guys will check, double check, and once they know, let's announce the winner. So, the winning number for the UMP Goodie Bag, available from www.umpretail.com, is 263.
2.
Yeah, nice to know.
Have that.
There you go. So 2, 6, 3. Right. Oh, Graham's got a question in the chat. If you don't learn a primer on a model, then when there's a mistake, should you strip and restart, or dribble paint all over it, glue some hair from a teddy bear to the side, ask it for a friend? Right.
Depends upon how long you said you were modeling.
Yeah, I would, if you don't learn the primer, I would add more primer, as was recommended, to prime it properly. I would then paint it, not with a hose, paint it normally. And then if you spill acrylic over lacquer, I just wipe the acrylic paint off with some like airbrush cleaner and carry on going.
There you go.
But hey, I don't make these stories up. So
Somebody else did.
I agree.
but I do have 25 years of making stories up behind me. So,
You know.
I don't know. If that had been me, I'd have primed it properly. And just wipe the acrylic paint off because it'll come straight off lacquer. No problem at all.
That's
I like it.
Yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, tell your friend that, Graham. Tell your friend. Oh, Chris Legal came second 2 weeks ago. Well, good guys always come second.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm.
Dear.
Ivan's in the chat. Oh, Ivan's hello, Ivan. Ivan's back at school now. He's in year 3. Yeah, he's learning about numbers this week. He can count up to 12 just on his feet. And
Next week the kids get assigned abacus.
yeah, no, Ivan's back at college. Good fair play to him. Yeah, good luck, Ivan. I think he's at college doing catering. I think it was. Isn't it? No, what was that? Ivan was it aeronautical engineering. Am I making? So well done, Ivan. Yep. There you go. Uh-oh. Got a number. There we are. Les?
Yes, sir.
How many toothpicks are in that container behind me over there? Can you see?
254. 254 toothpicks.
Excellent. Thank you.
Excellent. I'm an excellent counter.
How long till Wapner?
4 o'clock for Wapner. 4 o'clock, I'll push the live button.
Right. Guy's got the same name as you and Brett.
Okay. Double check.
Tim's completely wrong as normal.
Yep. All righty, we do have a winner. On Math Goodies, we drew the number of 263, and the winning number, the closest number that we had was 254, and that's going to be Boris Nevosenko. So, Boris.
Well done, buddy. Get your name and address to me, either via Facebook, Paul Bretland, or the forum, Paul, and I will get that goodie back out for you next week.
Pronto.
Boris the Spider.
That's it. Don't worry, people who won last week. I've sorted them. And the guy who won the voucher, I do need to get back to you. I think it's been really busy. I will sort it out for you tomorrow. Well done, guys. Stick around. We've still got that bike kit to go, which is very nice. Still got Tim's latest kit releases, what we've been buying. And that's it, really, isn't it?
I think so.
I think it is, isn't it? So,
oh, Ivan, greeting.
Where?
Oh, I just felt like saying that.
Oh, right, okay. So, yeah, well done, Boris. Congratulations.
Well done.
And there we are. Right.
Yeah.
I think we'll do it the other way around again like we did before. I think we'll look at what we've been buying and go to Tim.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Right, Brett.
Yeah. Hold on.
Go grab a load of stock and make it up. I bought this. And this. And this. Oh, click it on me.
Nope, I've only got 3.
Oh, my God, he's slacking.
Oh, dear.
Sorry, 4.
Oh, he's making stuff up now.
This brand new mini art kit. Look how good that looks.
Pilfer from the store.
Ooh.
The window near you soon.
I'll be reviewing that one shortly.
Ooh. Hey, don't call me Shorty.
And this nice trumpeter. Oh, can't even see it. I gotta use the laptop.
That's cool.
Ukraine rocket launcher thing.
Ukraine?
That's it's Russian.
Yeah, it's Russian. But I was looking back here because there's a Ukraine
Oh, nice.
I can do. I prefer Ukraine because, they don't want to bomb us yet. And Paul saw this earlier, the Schwim wagon.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, AFV Club one. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
So it should be really nice.
How many do you get? I say it's just one kit in there, yeah?
Yeah, there's just one.
That's
One.
nice.
I wish it was 2, but it's just one.
Oh, that's cool.
And because I was hungry, I bought the Velveeta Spitfire.
You're not sure why it's called that?
Yeah, because, Velveeta's good for you. Fake cheese.
I'm an excellent collector.
I could show you everything that I have back there, but those aren't mine. These are mine.
Oh, you can pretend.
Or many
Okay.
like
Then.
Oh, here's one to pretend with. Hold on.
oh, Craigzilla.
That wasn't Godzilla, was it?
But
Ooh, 26.
No, I got my shirt tucked in.
My God.
Yep. Somebody wanted me to special order that for him.
Ooh, nice.
Right?
Yep, nice car. I have to get one for myself sometime.
Yummy.
That's it.
Oh. Oh, sorry, you need me then, don't you? There we go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brett.
Yeah.
Well done. Dan.
Man.
I have bought something, but it's not arrived yet.
Oh, useless. Les.
Oh, yeah. Hang on a second.
Done.
Hold on.
See you next week, Les. Dan with me.
No, here, wait. You ready?
Arrived from
Yeah.
the car.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Wait, hang on. Gotta put that right there.
Careful.
I know I gotta pose it real quick. Hang on.
Careful. We got hair.
Right there. Wait. Oh, hold on. There's my model. Okay. Oh my God! No, never mind. I didn't get it.
Careful.
I spilled some paint.
In the chat, XL Kerry says you can skip the sex toys. Well, I reckon you could some of them, couldn't you? Because some of them have wires.
I can't skip
I
them.
think you could.
Well,
If the wire's long enough, you could probably do a bit of
skip it right across the neighbor's front lawn.
plugged in. Oh!
Anybody seen my Chihuahua? It has a skin condition.
Yeah, I've seen a double ender that's long enough to skip with. Yeah.
Looks like them.
But skip rope?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway, Les, have you got anything?
No.
Oh, thanks for that, asshole. Sam.
Hello.
Oh,
Well, last week I didn't get to show the stuff because I was away early. I bought the 2K stuff from
Yeah.
Cool.
Uruguay. Brilliant stuff. I bought from Spot Model, if I can get this box open, the resin wheels for the German build, the BMW Rothmans that we're going to be doing, Paul and
nice.
I, and the decals as well.
Oh, nice.
But
Really nice.
I've got them too. I'll show them in a minute.
yeah, really, really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a couple of nice things coming next week, but that's them, not now. I also got one of these.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh,
I knew I was forgetting something.
I like it.
Like
We're going to build these together as well at some stage. So, it's a lovely kit. It really, really is. Nice kit.
Uh-oh. Very nice, Sam.
That's me, mate.
Very nice, Sam.
Good.
Until next week.
Jonathan.
Yes, Pauline.
I have an excellent haircut.
Not a huge amount this week, but just so I can
You might,
prime
but
my-
John doesn't.
just so I can prime my models correctly.
Oh,
I've got
shit.
another bottle of
Look
UMP
at that.
Black
Yeah, UMP
and
Tar.
UMP
Yeah, there's some tar for you.
Tar because I really love clogging my airbrush up.
Yeah, apparently it's
And
for airbrushing.
I've got the gloss black as well.
Yeah.
For shiny things.
Like glossy block airbrush.
Yep. So it's a nice shiny block
I
airbrush.
mean,
for the
I can't
tar.
think it doesn't block your airbrushes. It works.
Oh, it really doesn't.
Retards don't.
And kits wise, I got that from Amazon.
Bit different. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
It's real grade and it was a silly price, so I couldn't really say no.
Yeah.
Now, at real grade, does you see the scale there on the front?
It's the 1/144th, but it's the one with the full interior frame and full moving and
Yeah, better articulation.
Yeah.
hands that you
Game style
can
building.
do rude poses with.
Hands that wash dishes.
No.
Yeah, they feel as red as your face, Tim.
Oh, cool.
My white foam liquid.
And yeah, that is it for this week. I've got another kit ordered that hasn't turned up yet. Typical.
Oh, a lot of this, isn't it? Useless. Come back next week.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Tim, what have you got?
One book.
Oh, fantastic. There you go. Thanks, Tim.
That's it.
Oh,
Is it any good?
Yeah, it is quite good. There's some nice ideas in there for doing weathering on them. Just usual good Rinaldi type of artwork and stuff like that. Yeah, good book. Good book.
I'm at Kmart. Sent it.
Anyway, right. So, a few things this week. Found this kit on eBay. I can't show the box because the whole box is outside because it's stunk, damp. This is one of the modelers resin kits. Found it on eBay. Decals were damaged, and I got this for 25 quid, which is a bit of a bargain because I believe they're like 70, 80 odd quid. So it's in a UMP box. It's a full resin Focus rally car, and it is very, very nice resin with all the white metal wheels, seats, interior, dashboard that have resin. All the wheels are in there, white metal as well. Lovely, lovely kit. There's the floor pan. Like I say, good kit, absolute bargain price. The box just stunk of damn, like really bad. So I reboxed it. Decals are absolutely shot. Couldn't really get the Martini decals I wanted, so I bought some Renaissance Mobile ones instead.
Nice.
Something a little bit different as well, and really nice looking decals. So there's that one that was a bargain for 25 quid, if I don't say so myself. Tape it up with my trampy tape. Then on par with Sam. Sam bought me this because he's mental. So lovely, lovely kit. Really is nice, absolutely stunning. Bit of PE in there. Truly iconic racing scheme again, the old Martini colours. And thank you very much, Sam. So Sam got me that. And then I got my payback with Sam, who was talking last week about Subaru Legacy. So I bought two of these, one for me, one for Sam. And then went out and got the Rothmans decals for them as well to make McRae's Legacy. Great kit again. There's photo etch in there for the belts. Nice tire decals. There's a nice decal scheme in there to begin with. Mud flaps of plastic and what have you. So cracking kit. So this is going to be mine and Sam's next build, I believe.
Yep.
No, it's not actually. No, the Beamers are next. No.
Beamers are
Beamer. Getting too far ahead. So we've got two of those. Spot model. Plastic always. And then I showed the kit a few weeks back. This is what I'm going to be building and Sam's going to be building for the German build. But we got a few extras. Obviously, I've got the details set for mine. We got some Rothmans decals again. as you can see. I like Rothman's schemes, they're very cool. So we're going to build that car right there.
Nice.
Very pretty. And the lovely Scale Productions Oz wheels, which were 20 quid a set. And then me and Sam realised we had a spare set of these in a kit we already had each that weren't going to be used. But never mind.
They look good.
They look good. Yeah, and we've got a spare set of wheels, which we'll probably never use on anything else.
But,
So, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. They're nice ones. So that's mine and Sam's next build after the Porsche build ends. We were going to start now, but you lot are too slow at building, so we have to wait for you. Because we finished our porkers. And other than that, just the new UMP products, the tape and one of the files.
Yeah, good stuff.
A little bit of restock on some masking tape for me. And I don't think I've bought anything else at all.
Well, you have, but it's not here yet.
Well, apparently, yeah, I have. I'm still waiting on stuff yet. I ordered a few bits from a website and stuff off Amazon. Whatever. We've got to be careful this week because it's James's birthday next Friday. He's 3. And he's been absolutely spoiled rotten. So that's where my money's going next week.
Right.
So, but I've got a few bits on the way, and that mag git there has bought me something else as well. But I know how to get it back now. I just keep buying his stuff back, so it's fine.
Happy days.
Here again.
Da, 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 da.
And that's it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And there we are. Right, so
it's time for Timmy.
It's Timmy's tool kit time.
I'll probably slip away in about 10 minutes, guys. Okay.
Oh, no worries. We'll see you.
All right. See you when you see you.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll stay for
cool.
Oh, you're staying.
Yeah. I'll
Right, over to Tim. Oh, it's me. Oh.
Oh.
Cool.
Right, good evening.
Hello.
Hello. This week I've been mostly eating
Tim's.
beetroot.
Oh, luckily you didn't read that wrong.
Tim's kits. Right, so we've got quite a lot this week. We've got nearly 50 slides. We could have actually split this up a bit, but
I need one of those masks for when I'm building.
do you need one of them masks when you're building, do you?
I think so.
Be better when you're gardening.
Wait, sorry.
When you're stealing flamingos.
Yep. See someone turn around saying everyone knows that. I could just picture it.
Sorry there. Right.
We'll make our next visit to Copar Hobby interesting.
Go! Right.
It sure would.
There's a few little extras spotted out on the nets from videoaviation.com. We've got our 132 American generator for aircraft. So if you do a carrier deck or a landing scene for your plane, these are quite good little extras to add on to them. And also do the United States Air Force flight line extinguisher set as well. So you get 2 different types in that. Some nice extras from videoaviation.com if you want to do some ground crew sort of items. Wave are doing a 172 VF-4 Lightning. Now this is the Macross, one of the Macross kits from the newest Macross era. I'm not into that too much, so I don't know too much, but that looks really quite cool.
That does look cool.
Doesn't it? Really quite a crazy idea.
That needs red stars on it.
Yeah, lots of red stars. Mobius are re-releasing their Hudson Hornet as Mel's drive-in version from 1952. Lovely looking car. An American classic, Mel's drive-in. Cool car. Very nice. Very nice. I'm quite sure that's actually very close to being out over in the States. With you, Brett?
Yeah, we could get it now.
Yeah, I'm saying we haven't seen any prices over this side, so I'll make sure I've got some prices for.
It's $29.99 here.
There you go, $29.99 for that one. I'd probably say we'll pay about the same in pounds when it gets to our shores. E2046, which is a company out of Korea.
I think it's Hong Kong.
No, you're right. Sorry. It is Hong Kong. They do a lot of Gundam, resin Gundam stuff, resin figures, and they've also got some of these guys here. Now, he's a 1/6 It's called Oscar.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, really quite good. It doesn't come with the base where he's standing on. You've got to buy that extra.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I was like, wow. Yeah,
And they are pretty reasonably priced as well for the size of what they are.
Yeah, I think he's actually, I can't remember if he's actually resin or bit vinyl. I think he's a full resin, this one.
Yeah, they're either all resin or vinyl.
Yeah, they looks good. Looks good. Something quite different. If you want to do a figure without having to worry about the face, or you're going to do some bare metal, perfect. One for Dan. Just to I know Ivan loves these types of figures. They're also doing the Rain Nakamura.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
One for Ivan. All for you, dude. As Bret says, Mini Art have got the 135 Soviet 1.5 ton cargo truck. This comes with a small living room, which is quite cool. This is actually out with you at the moment, Bret.
That one's not out yet. No, it's a couple weeks away.
It's the other one you got. Yeah, so this is coming out very soon. It's quite.
Yeah, the one I got's got the field kitchen on a trailer.
Field kitchen, yeah. So it's the same sort of truck, but it's only a single axle on this one, and you get a small living room. So you get the chairs, the rug, and all the Chester's drawers and everything. So that's quite a nice little set, really, for that.
Yeah, you get a nice set with that one.
Yeah, it's good. Very good. Silver Wings have got a 132 Regain? Yeah, RE2000 Falco. From Hannant's, a full resin kit. From Hannant's, €141.99, €154.50, $185.70. Good fun painting that scheme.
So what's in that?
They're not as much details than HPH. I know that.
Expensive, I think.
Yeah, very expensive. It's quite big. It's 132. They're full resin.
Oh, it's a full resin. Right, okay.
Yeah, full resin kit 132.
I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah, so it's good. It's a good kit, but they're not as highly detailed, I don't think, as HPH's. But they seem to go together quite well, so that's good to know. What's quite nice from ICM, we've got the ICM 124 Model T 1912 light delivery car. That's quite cool. I like that. These remind me of the old Bugsy and Malone film.
Yeah.
Should have some pedals out the bottom of them. From Hannant's, £24.30, €26.40, $31.80. And they've also got the 124th American Mechanics 3 figures, which actually do 3 women mechanics on there.
Yep, 3 women mechanics.
Fun?
3 women mechanics from 1910.
For 1910. That's going to be quite cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, from Hannant's, £9.20, €10. $12. I take it the reason they're women mechanics is due to it would have been the war period. Is it? Or is
this is before the war.
Oh, it is.
I think they're clues in the date, Tim.
Oh, is that what it is?
1910.
Yeah.
That could be.
Yeah.
So
a clue.
A clue.
That's a date, Tim.
Is that a date?
I reckon so.
Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? Definitely is.
Yeah.
I like sort of seeing some of these little that is period cars in 132, so you can go with the World War I biplanes and stuff. You don't see many of them in that scale, but it'll be a good little kit and a good build. Also to go with it is the Model T from 1917, which is a utility. See, yeah, I got the date, I got the year on that one. Very clever of me. World War I Australian Army car. Quite nice. ICM have released a 148 Spitfire Mark 9 beer delivery. This is really quite cheap, and they've been doing decent releases from ICM. So if you want a Spitfire build with the beer barrels underneath, because any other ones before this were the Edward resin versions.
Cheap, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's really, really cheap. And for 148, £11.99, €13, $15.70. Available end of September.
The ICM kits have great engine detail.
Yeah, they are actually really quite good kits. So I think for the money, that's a great little Spitfire build.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, more on that one. From Lookgraph in 132, they do the Ludlin R13D. From Hannant's, again, this is a full resin model kit. 132, 136.99, 149 euros, $179. That isn't cheap. It's quite a good looking plane, like. Now this is quite an interesting one to see coming out soon. B-Max in 120 scale, the Brabham B&W BT52, and the detail upset for it. So it looks like you get a photo in the detail set. You get the photo etch, the belts, and the carbon decals in there as well.
I'm having that.
Which is good, isn't it? Yeah. So the kit is £35.60, €38.72, $46.55. The detail upset, £21, €22.88, $27.50. So that'd be a good little buy altogether.
I'll be having that. I saw it on one site and they were looking for £58 for it.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. I thought, no way. I'm having that.
Yeah, spot model, that's a good price on spot model for both parts.
Yep.
I think they're on pre-order at the moment, so you can pre-order those now if you wanted to. Very nice indeed. From Ebro, they've got the lightest tote, Team Lotus Type 91 Belgian Grand Prix 1982. Out at E-Models, £58.49, €63.65, $76.50. Looking car, Lotus.
How about Hasegawa?
Oh, pardon me. Sorry, have a quick drink. And then they also got the Type 91 from 1983, which is Satoru Nakajima's first F1 test.
Funny enough, I've got one of those here right now to prize on the forum. Next one.
What is it? Oh, is it so the
engine exposed one. Looks a really nice kit.
Yeah, they are very good kits, aren't they? Very nice indeed. £58.49, €63.65, $76.50 from E-Models. Go on the forum, log in your details, and you can enter the competition to win that and the burnishing fluid together, isn't it? For tracks. I think was the other prize to go with it, was it?
Can't remember now.
Okay. I'm playing yours, I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. One from Ebro again. Now this is really quite nice.
I like this.
Okay, I do like this. The prices are just a bit high. Mobile Kitchen Citroen H E-Models, £58.49, €63.65, $76.50. But that's a big step up to the other version they brought out of this. So you get a full interior, which is a full kitchen, microwave, coffee machine, cabinet, food to go in there. That's really quite nice.
I think it's really cool, that.
Yeah, that's really quite cool. And there's a lot of 124 figures out there.
A lot of 124 stuff full stop, because isn't that Doll's House scale?
Yeah, possible.
I'm sure it's Doll's House scale, 124.
See, you could quite easily get all of the chairs to sit outside with a little canopy.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is.
That you could make a lovely little. You could easily see that in a little lovely outside diorama with that one.
112. Can't remember now.
Yeah,
very nice. Good, though. Still very good though.
Very nice, that little thing. Hobby Boss doing 172 BP 42, which is a rail armored train fire support type carrier. That's a future release from Hobby Boss.
Inspiring build.
Yeah. If you're into your trains, they're probably quite exciting. But
you like square boxes?
They are. Unfortunately, there's nothing to them. They're just a bit square and a bit funless. Unfortunately, this is quite cool.
Yeah.
Model. I'll try and get. Is it MF Zone?
Mofo.
Hey.
Mofo Zone.
Mofo Zone. Yeah. In 134, the Run-Up McGann Maxi. Now, I quite remember these from rally days when I remember watching them on TV. They do a few different versions out there of different decals schemes for this. This is a San Marino full Run-Up McGann livery from spot model, £111, €120, $145. That's on a pre-order. That's 124 full resin, vac form screens. Bit of photo etch and decals.
It's not bad for that. For what you get.
No, it's not bad. McGann's not most inspiring car.
No, it's not. It's very of that era. That's what I sort of remember of it. It was definitely one of the ones from that time.
I remember it in the British touring cars.
That was Laguna.
Yeah, it was the same era as Laguna and the McGann, and
all saloons and whatnot in the touring cars.
Yeah. Now, spotted this over in the States. This is quite a bit cool. This is AMT 125 1959 customizing speedboat 3-in-1. You get one hole and you can put 3 different tops on that one. Inboard runabout, customized speedboat, and seagoing dragster. Quite cool. from Model Roundup, which is based in the US. £19.80, 21 euros 55, $25.90. That one you carry in stock, Brett? Do you think?
I will when it comes out. It's not out yet.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it still future? Is it? Sorry.
Yeah, it's I think early October.
Oh, cool, nice.
But yeah, it looks cool.
Is it a re-release? This one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a re-release.
Yeah.
They never actually did the boats separately. They always put them with cars. It's the first time the boats have been done separate.
Oh, well, that's cool. Okay, didn't know that. Okay, that's nice to have them all. You can buy it as a separate part.
Yep. Just hook it up to a car.
Yeah, and something like this.
Yeah, something like that.
1959 Chevy El Camino. They call it a 2-in-1 because you can build a standard stock, or you can then build a dragster style with a bed cover and a hood scoop on there. Again, this is from Model Roundup over in the US. £19, €20, 70, $24.90.
That is available now.
Yeah, it's available now. I love the shape of it. The rear fin's brilliant for that sort of year. Big
classic 59.
Yeah. This is quite good. AMT 1925, 1976 Ford Gran Torino. Came from the States. Model Roundup, £21, €22, 90, $27.50.
This is what happens when you lose your Starsky and Hutch license.
Yes.
Now, why does that thing look so weird? It's not the right shape at the back.
The wheels look too far in at the back, didn't they?
Yeah,
the rear seat pillar just looked all wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because whoever did the drawing really screwed it up.
I think they drew the F-15 better.
Yeah, the artwork is awful.
Yeah. It's quite strange to see that you remember in 1976 they were producing that Ford Gran Torino, and at the same time they were flying F-15s.
Yep.
Forget how old that plane really is, isn't it?
Still flying today.
Yeah, it's still flying today. Quite amazing. Now Bandai have got some new releases coming out. You've probably actually seen this one floating around actually for sale now. I haven't had a chance to pick any price up on it. Bandai's 172 Star Wars boosted X-Wing fighter. Looks good. We've got the Bandai 144 1350 Star Wars Resistance vehicle set. So you get the 2 X-Wings and Millennium Falcon. And you get the Bandai 172 Star Wars Blue Squadron Resistance X-Wing. Quite a nice looking bunch there. Figures wise, you get the First Order Stormtrooper Executioner. Looks good. And they've done a new version of the 144 Star Wars Millennium Falcon, which is brain's gone numb for which film that's from. It's
supposed to be from The Last Jedi.
Yes, it. Is that from the new?
Yeah, all these are from the new movie.
For the new movie. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking the boosted one.
Because if you look in the cockpit, it's Chewbacca and what's her name?
Rey. Is it Rey?
Rey, yeah, Rey.
I got it right.
You did.
It's a red day on my calendar.
Yeah, these are Last Jedi releases.
All the Last Jedi. There we go. And they've got C-3PO and R2-D2 as well. Are they smaller than the normal ones? They don't look as...
I don't remember. I think they're the same.
On 12,
yeah.
Yeah, on 12. They're the same. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry, down the bottom there, silly. Sorry. Captain Phasma. Plasma. Anyway.
Plasma, yeah.
Quite cool looking. Now, what is interesting to spot it over on Spot Model as a future release is Italiaria doing 112 Fiat 500F.
That's cool.
And I really do like this little car. It's a really cool little old shape. And they do it, it's full detail, engine, front end, the lot, and they all from Italieri. And from what I can tell, there's never been a 112 kit of this. So this is all new molds. So that is going to be a great little buy. I like the idea. I know I'm going to be getting one of them.
Yeah.
I like the idea of that.
Is that your wallet? Tim, is that your wallet then?
Hey?
Is that your wallet?
No.
Okay.
It's my pants.
Ew.
Available to no prize yet. What prizes, D? No prizes yet, apparently. Damn. Flow from Suva M in 172. They've got the Beechcraft 1900 C and D different variants on that. Quite good looking little private plane. From Hannet's, £28.99, €31.55, $37.90. If you like your, so the top one looks to be an ambulance, and then you've got the bottom one there, Northern something Air. Nice little things. Now I showed these quite a while ago as future ones coming out, and these are now available on Hannet's. So you've got the Norfolk Grumman Firebird, 3 different versions of this optionally piloted vehicle on there, and then the unmanned aerial vehicle. £24.99, €28.20, $32.70 each. So we've got in combat book from, this is the MIG publications, ammo publications, these ones, aren't they? You can get this from E-Models, £19.50, €21.20, $25.50. Right, lost some words tonight. Scythe scale model,
Scale model Jedi.
Yeah, what a Jedi, thank you.
Guys, Mullen, Jedi scale.
Yeah, oh, my words are getting all mumbled tonight. He's just done a review of this book, so go onto his channel afterwards, have a little look, see what you think of it. Some nice looking pictures, and they usually do some quite nice artwork and styles to copy on there. Very nice. There's a couple of metal paint sets also at E-Models that they've released. So you've got metallic mechas and then purple mechas colour sets. £13.50, €14.70, $17.65 each. Overall, on E-Models, they've got a load of the model collect stuff items in on 172. This is the Soviet Army MAZ 7911 heavy truck. So that's quite a big, heavy mover for that one. E-Models, they aren't cheap, but it's a good sized kit, very well detailed. £27, €29.30, $35.25. And also based on the same chassis, they've got what's called an S300 Grumble, which is our missile launcher. Available from E-Models again, £26.95, €29.30, $35.25. Again, they're good. They'll be good little kits. You're probably going to be finding they're going to be building up to about 7 to 8 inches long, so they'll still be good size even at that scale. Aoshima are going to be releasing in 132 maritime container set.
Wow.
It's a bit of a weird one, but I'm quite sure there'll be some people that can put these to quite a good use, either as a bit of a dio piece or for building something out of them, just a bit of something quite different from Aoshima. Now, Model Factory Hero are going to be releasing a 112 Ford GT GTE from the 24-hour Le Mans 2017. That's a good-looking car.
This is so expensive.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be so expensive.
That'll be about 600 odd quid for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
Yeah, but that's an awesome-looking bit of machine. That is absolutely brilliant. Love that look.
I'm just glad my birthday's still coming up for you guys.
Brilliant. So we've got from
Felcher.
Hey?
Felcher.
Felcher.
Oh.
Fletcher.
Hey, Tim.
Hey?
Tim Hedworth's going.
Oh, bye, Tim.
Bye, Ted.
Confusing the hell out of me then. Revel 1144 Fletcher Class Destroyer Platinum Edition. So this comes with a load of photo etch in there, and I think a deck as well on there. You can get some veterans and models. That's the cheapest place you're going to find for this one. £99 posted in the UK, €107.70, $129.50 with some extra posts for those places. AK Interactive have done this new Flesh and Skin book. Get this from Veterans Models, £11.50, €12.50, $15. Good little set on that one. Revel have re-released the Airbus A400M Atlas with different decals now. This is now for the Luftwaffe Air Force. You can get this from Veterans Models, £49, €50, €53.30, $64. Like Bret showed the other day, we've now got the Trumper 135 BTM3 high-speed trench digging vehicle. You can get this to order at Veterans Models for £70, €76.20, $91.50. She actually had it on offer the other day for £50.
53, I think,
£53.
wasn't it?
53 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, £53 special offer, which is a really quite good little offer on that one. Academy have released the 172 SR71 with the GTD-21 drone. I still don't think this is this raised panel lines, or this is a...
Yeah, I think that's the old Isolari.
It still is the old one repopped, isn't it? Shame. Veterans models, £22, €21.75, $26.20. Now this is the box art we've seen come up on the net for the new ICM 148 HE 111. So as we're seeing this, I'm really hoping it's going to start being released soon.
I hope so.
Me too. It's a definite buy from me.
Yeah, we definitely very interested to see that one coming out. Panda models, 135, M109A7 Paladin self-propelled howitzer. So that's to take on the rival, the AFE Club recent release on that one, and they'll most likely release the carrier, the arms weapons carrier in the background, which they show there, which would be quite good.
I'd still go with the AFE Club one.
Yeah, I think I probably would for that one. And that's it. See you all next week if you behave.
There you go. Let's rake. I have a mostly. Yeah, it's Jesse from the Fast Show. Bless him.
Good old Jesse.
No, Jesse. I just thought I did have something else turning up today as well. I got the replacement parts for the Tamiya for the bike.
What?
I got the replacement parts for the Africa Twin.
Oh, that's that take too long.
It is. Yeah, except it's something the wrong part. They sent me a wheel instead of all the fairings.
One wheel.
Yeah, they mixed up the M and N sprue and sent me the M instead of the N. So I tried to ring up, but it was on his dinner. So I have to ring up on Monday.
Isn't it? You've got to ring up.
No chance getting through to them on the phone. They don't answer emails. They don't answer. So yeah, I've waited over a month and got the wrong part. No, I got most all the rest of it's in there. Just have screwed up one sprue. So I'm gonna have to wait another month now.
Do you think that's it? They haven't got it. That's it. They're not.
These are special from Japan. So whoever bagged it up, it's got N on the bag, but it's an M sprue in the bag.
Oh dear.
So I opened up. I was like, oh God's sake. So yeah, 45 quid for those 2 sprues, a decal set, and a mass set.
Oh damn.
And it's simply the wrong parts. So yeah, it'll be a little bit longer now.
Oh dear.
That'll be a proper rush for Telford.
Yeah, that's gonna be very tight.
No, it won't be because it'd be dead quick to do. Dead quick. Yeah. Anyway, just my luck. So there we go. Let's have a quick scan of the chat. You still with us, Les? Have you vanished? Wake up.
He's sleeping.
Lester.
Yes.
Leslie.
A bit of chit chat in there about the kit, yeah. Fiat, yada. Right, let's have a look what we got. Oh.
You with us, Forrest?
I reckon I am.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. I was on the phone there for a second.
that's okay.
Echo?
Weird noise. Yeah, Les is off stealing garden gnome, Simon said.
Oh.
Right, chat's pretty much up to date, so we've just got one thing to do. That's our last giveaway, I believe, isn't it?
Yep.
No, I'm going to take us over to Tim, because I think Tim's got a picture of it.
Yes, I have one. I just hang on a second.
No, this is Hasegawa's 1/12 scale Honda RS250RW. It's a very nice kit. I got this myself in my stash. The Hasegawa kits are good. And they're not cheap either. It's like a 40-odd quid kit. So if you've never built a bike kit before, they're a good introduction into it. And it's quite an interesting one. Nice scheme, nice colour as well. There she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice looking bike.
I like the scheme.
Yeah, it's nice. Like I said, I got it in the stash up there. That's why I picked it. It was a very nice kit.
Yeah, looking good.
So, all you got to do to win for that, we've had 2 for 3 so far, so let's see if we can do a 3 for 3. Yeah. When you see Les, comment in the chat, start numbers now. Pick a number from 1 to 1,000. One number only. After 5 minutes, we stop it. We do a live random number generator, and the closest person to the number wins that kit. That's a very good. Oh. So, are you ready, Les?
I'm ready, sir.
3, 2, 1, go.
Da-da-da. Number start now.
Are we 3 for 3? We're 3 for 3.
Yay.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
I'm at the top.
How that happened.
I haven't seen Mark. Has Mark been in the chat? I haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him.
He hasn't left ISM YouTube as well, has he?
Probably.
No, we won't have.
He was getting a bit worried before he might have offended Nige the other day when he called him an inbred.
Yeah.
I was like, no, you did. And he apologised on ISM. I think Dan seen it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. So I think that German Motorsport build is going to be dedicated to Mark Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be the Mark. Honestly, Mark, there's nothing wrong. Stop being weird. Quickly. Oh, hang on, Brett. Your mic's rubbing on your beard.
No, sorry.
So that's what it's going to be, the Mark Johnson. Stop being silly. There's nothing wrong. Appreciation build.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Matt actually called it "Stop being silly and don't leave ISM Facebook for no reason."
Maybe he just clicked the wrong button.
Don't know. He's not in here though after last week because he got a little bit shouted at, putting the number in too early.
Oh.
He's a bit delicate. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to dedicate the German Motorsport build to Mark Johnson. John saying Spruce has been on Facebook.
Spruce has?
Yep. Spruce Sturgeon.
I like it.
Who?
Has he got a goose?
Duck, duck, goose.
What?
Oh, jeez. Spruce goose?
What? I don't really get that.
Never mind, Tim.
Howard Hughes playing? Come on.
Yeah,
Wake up, Tim.
Keep headbanging some grunge. 3 minutes, people. We've put another pop in the chat. It's 155 watching. Now, it's a rumour. Apparently, there's a new show being released over the weekend.
You lie.
It's got a bit of an important announcement about the new show itself, so you need to watch that.
Yep.
I'm going to do a bench update. I might do it tomorrow, actually, because Hannah and James are out in the morning.
Oh.
Yes, we'll be around for the hangout after this. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, yeah, 2.5 minutes. Oh yeah, tomorrow I'll probably do a bench update. So I haven't done one for a while, so it'll probably skip past my segment in the new show. But I can't keep waiting. And I've repeated my last bench update anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do a bench update tomorrow. So that'll be up. And there's a few videos scheduled for release as well. And yeah, there will be a hangout after this off there. Let's chill out a little bit, have a little chat, and we'll pop it up. And that's it. John Holly says, Tim, really enjoying your channel. Love the Wing Up Wing stuff you are doing. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done, Timmy.
Timmy.
And somebody found this live stream by typing A into the search bar. Well done. Have another banana.
Exactly.
Banana.
Treat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tim's taking the bike off. Okay.
Do you want to keep it up there?
Well, I had it on there.
Okay, I'll keep it up. Don't worry, I'll keep it up there. Don't worry.
Keep it up. And Steve saying, Tim, Oscar from E2046 is 80 quid. Because what he's standing on, it's what they class the display base, not included.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, the actual rubble or whatever, it's just the actual bit of wood at the bottom they charge you extra for.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
And you can get those off of Amazon for a couple of quid.
There you go. You got just under a minute, peeps. 50 seconds. Uh-oh. 50 seconds. Excellent host.
Excellent viewer.
Is that a good rustle round?
Sorry.
25 seconds. There we are. That's it. That's the show done for tonight. What time is it? 11 o'clock? We got through fairly quick.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Great work by the guys as always. 10 seconds. You ready, Les?
Huh?
Huh?
What? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark it. Done.
Numbers, stop now.
There we go. Right, let's do a live screen share. And a number draw, that's sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So there we go. Last draw of the evening for that lovely Hasegawa bike kit. So we're going to draw one number. That'll be the winning number. There's 2 people with the same number. The first person who picked it wins. That's how we always do it. And as always, if you think there's one, don't shout out in the chat. These are check, double check. I want to know the winner. Less will answer. So the winner number 4, the Hasegawa bike kit, donated by emodels.co.uk, is 917.
917.
917. Got it?
Yep.
There we are. Has anyone seen the 3-stage spray on Chrome videos on YouTube? It's on Magic. I'm not seeing that, buddy. No worries, Cam. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me know when the airbrush your eyes, matey. Michael never wins. Never do I.
Hey, I don't even get to put in a number.
I never win anything. Never win anything.
Man.
So there we go. Another show done. 101 shows now.
Oh,
Tommy says, enjoyed the show. Thanks, Paul, for the new UMP products. Placed an order. Oh, well done. Thank you, Tommy.
excellent.
Conspiracy from Gil. Hey, Gil.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What happened to the Tuesday show? It got moved to 2 Fridays now. So we do both Friday shows together.
Friday. Yeah.
It was too much. Way too much for us to do. Even one show a week is a lot to do. So, no, not this week, Jerry. Next week, I will blow you away with Shitty Flute. Oh, you are joking. Is that name one again?
Don't know yet. I haven't finished up yet.
Because he won last week, if it is.
Yes, looking like it.
Nobody's saying thanks. Yeah, no, it was doing Tuesday and Friday. It was too much. Literally, it was a show. And there was another, before you knew it, was another one. There was just seemed to be no relentless, wasn't it? There was no break from it. Like I say, this week comes around very quick. And Tim, what's the biscuit of the week? John's asking.
I was having some pastries earlier, but my food of this week have been these sun bites.
Oh, I hate them.
Oh, I love them.
They make me feel really weird. I don't know why.
No,
Hey, Siobhan, what are your recommended PE folder brands? I like the small shop tools, 5.5-inch one, we were, and the Tamiya PE pliers.
Yeah.
Like, he's got a different.
Yeah, those are what I use.
He's got 2.
All right.
Yeah, I think I might have 2. Hang on, I'll let you know in a second.
What's the one gear, mister?
I missed the second one too, if there's is.
Right, yeah, so the one right and down him said. And then somebody else who's got a name a little bit similar to Brett.
Yeah, let's see if I got this. What he's got here.
The Mission Models PE folder I had, because it's a plastic material, it's not as rigid as the small shop tools. I sold it, and I think the small shops are a lot better, much more precise. It's okay, the Mission Models works, but the small shop are better, personally, in my opinion. See ya, Kian, you've not won by. No, we're going in a minute anyway. So just wait for these guys to clear this up. We don't know if we've got a tie or what's going on. Yeah, that's exactly what Guy's got, Les.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, I wrote that down right at the start. Yeah, damn.
Yeah, I see it, Les.
Yeah.
Okay. So, folks, what we have here is we have a failure to communicate. We have a tie. So we have a tie between 2 individuals. The number that we drew off of Hedges was 917. One of the numbers is Mountaineer Modeler at 933, which puts him 16 away. And the other one is Cam at 901. That puts him 16 away. So what we have to do...
Can I just stop right there? John, was that you?
No, that wasn't me.
Okay. You heard it too, though, yeah.
Yeah, I heard it.
See my face, like. Sorry to interrupt you. That was a rather strange.
What I missed?
Yeah.
Release.
So yes, so we're going to tie.
Yep, we have a tie. So it'll be 16 apiece away, and that's for Mountaineer Modeler and Cam. So what we're going to need to do.
Hang on. Cam is in the chat saying, "Can I give the kit to the other dude?" Cam, that is entirely up to you, buddy. If you want to do that, it's not a problem.
No.
Otherwise, we'll just do another random number generator. It's no problem at all. It takes 2 minutes to do.
Yep.
And we're happy to do it. You've won it. It doesn't matter how many times you win. You can win every week, and there's no problem.
Yep.
Seriously. Thanks, me. I can read the chat. If you want to, though, it's up to you, buddy. But I'll happily redraw. It's just between the two of you. It's up to you, mate. It doesn't matter, though. Honestly, just because you won the other week, it makes no difference at all. But if you want to give it to the dude, no problem at all. That's your call, Cam. So, what do you want to do, Cam? Just let us know quickly. We'll sort it out. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You win every week. Give it to Lynn.
Yep.
Okay, there you go, Cam. Wow, very generous. Wow, you can give it to the guys.
Cam, that's very
nice, Cam.
Play to you, matey.
Good guy.
Mountaineer Modeler with 933 will be the winner. So
Well done, man.
Well done. Very generous, Cam. Thank you very much, buddy. That's awesome. Get your name and address to me, buddy, and I will get in the post for you. And that's it. Yeah, very generous, isn't it? That's what you like. Well done, guys. Great spirit. That's what we like.
That's what we like.
All done. Excellent. Another great show. Thanks to for these guys. Excellent interview from Brett and Les. Very well done.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
And as always, looking at all your great work on the forum and Facebook page. All the usual stuff off Tim. All the new kit releases. A lot of hard work goes into that.
Yeah.
Tim and Guy. So thank you very much to Guy as well. Guy is literally behind the scenes. You don't really see him. But we'll have him on 1 week and he can come on here.
He's classed as admin.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. And that's it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Keep an eye out. Hopefully over the weekend the new show will be up. If not, I'll definitely have a bench update up tomorrow. And we will see you next Friday. So don't forget, there'll be a little auction next week as well. Some German motorsport cars, which me and Tim have got. And because we've got that motorsport build, we thought, why wait till the end of the month? Because people won't get to build them then. We'll sort it out. So there you go. Let us have a little bit of a debrief, conflab, and then I'll pop the link up. And if you can get in,
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah,
if you ever can't get in, just keep trying to get in because people do come and go all night. It's not just full all night. People do drop out and try and get in. It is good fun. Totally different to this. Totally different. And there you go. So we'll see you all next week. So take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.